You may not have a dog for long.
Welcome, everyone, to another session of War and Peace, where once again we enter with Caimen best deciding how to prepare another one of his crewmates for dinner. Last week we left off with the party arriving in rather loud and obnoxious fashion as their carts hurtled into the Dunwoodington West March station and slammed to a stop at the terminal, where they were then forced open remotely, and a number of gnomish guards came charging up along the platform ways, demanding everyone come out. At that time, the party slowly came out and surrendered themselves, but made sure to let the gnomes know that there were definitely some Duergar on board and nearby, and that it's probably not good. They were healed, given some form of respite by an Applewood, who took them to a bar and then took them shopping, and then with their scant 24 hours of respite in this rather inviting place that is apparently supposed to be inhospitable to some folk, y'all are coming about to the end of it. You haven't been given, the accommodations here are for gnomes and halflings. There aren't many places for people of your size, but there is an area in the town, city, underground metropolis, where you are given some, I guess, headspace, so to speak, indoors, as it were, because there's these vast open areas in this large mountain that you are underneath, and so even though most of the stuff is for gnomes and halflings, you're still able to walk in some of the wide open areas with little issue. It's just when you pass by alleyways that none of you but maybe Cleek could fit through. It's when you pass by doorways and houses where, Ren, you are standing, about the second, third story. It's just the little things as you're kind of walking around in this underground city of gnomes that kind of stand out to you.
Yeah, the little things.
You recognize that when you went to the bow shop earlier, it had actually been a warehouse. It's the little things. So as the party assembles, Ren with a new puppy, and a very satisfied looking Cinnamon Applewood.
Did we get our sleep?
You did get your long rest at this point.
All right, I gotta make sure I refill my 6 1d12s, my 2 empowerments.
So at
Does
this
it
point,
work like
everyone...
normal hit die, where you only get half?
No, these are different.
They are different.
Yep, I didn't sleep. I just kept watch over the party the whole time. Probably creepy to some people.
I believe they only reset on long rest, though.
Don't worry, you were creepy before.
Is that enumerated in it?
Is what enumerated in it?
No, that the big hit die. They should only come back on a long rest, but they all come back on a long rest.
I don't know. You're terrible at writing things down.
I am, so.
Yeah, no, it's not even written. You just told me about it one day.
Oh ho ho! Well then, let me just climb into that and kick around.
He's just like sat there and he's like, by the way, you have these hit die and you have these empowerment things. And I'm like, great.
Yeah. Well, let me go and write that down. In the meantime, however, the party has reassembled at the same bar where they were drinking at the day before. Leon, I believe you are the only person who didn't specifically complete shopping, and if you wanted to go to a library, you would have been taken to one. What did you want to learn at a library? Do you speak or read Gnomish? Or Halfling?
I do not know any of these languages. But
I
wanted to
see.
What languages do you know?
Elvish, Common, and Celestial.
You probably brought Caimen.
Did you bring Caimen?
I would have brought whoever was willing and could speak these languages, yes.
Well,
Caimen is the
Cinnamon's going to
one,
be
then
the only
yes.
person who knows where the place is that's nearby and can also, unless you, yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
she
up
would
to
have
you.
offered. Yeah, she would have offered. But then it's Cayman. Do you want to go to a library?
Does Leon specifically ask if I want to go?
He may not if he has a different interpreter. I don't know.
Say, if anybody had said that they wanted to go to somewhere, then he would not have asked.
If he specifically asked Cayman if he wanted to go,
You want
then
to,
yeah.
Cayman? Do you want to go to a library?
I guess so.
Okay, because
Cayman,
I have
do you know
something
how to... Oh wait, yeah, you do.
Because I have something you probably want to hear about in a little bit.
Well then, yeah, definitely. I don't see why not.
All right,
Also,
come along this
there's-
way then.
yep, there's a dog now. Oh, great.
Yes, Ren has a puppy. So, Cayman and Leon, anything you in particular you want to talk about? You are led along different industrial pathways into a more, I guess, urban area. You see more young gnomes and halflings, but they seem to retreat at your approach, even though it seems Ms. Applewood makes soothing gestures and noises at them. Says it's okay. There's nothing wrong with them. But you still don't really get very close to any of the kids. It's a bit of a strange feeling. Oh, don't mind them. They're just
No,
might play a prank
get
or
it.
two on you. Watch your wallet, or purse or whatever it is that you're carrying.
Yeah. Good thing all my stuff's in the bag of holding.
Yeah, the library's a little farther on, so just follow me. But yeah, she gives you a little bit of space, kind of sensing, and having heard just a moment before that you wanted to say something.
All right, Leon, what is it?
So before the gnome dwarf attack on the train,
Yeah.
I had a bit of a vision. I just finished giving the new guy a reading, and I talked to Humphrey. I'm gonna be straight with you here. Something is coming to Punjab, and it is very bad. I don't know how else to say it to you. Something bad is coming to Punjab.
You describe this in any way whatsoever, because all I've got now is it's bad.
From what I saw, we're underground, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It could probably pick up the entire mountain sitting on top of this city with one hand.
Oh.
It
Yeah. No, I get it. Yep. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
then.
it gave me whatever was possessing me at the time gave this weird cryptic sonnet to the others.
Okay.
I'm still not sure about what the interpreting of it is.
Well, let me hear it. If you remember it.
I'm looking for it now. Give me a second. Do you have it saved, Bryn? If not, I'm going to be digging for a minute.
I remember writing it in the Roll20 specifically.
Oh yes, you're speaking of the verses that you chanted, yeah?
Yeah. Was it the I think I saw it. Was it the oh fuck. Was it a frosty finger, cold as death?
I also am opening this file, which for some reason was closed.
I mean, you said you typed. Caimen, you said you typed it down.
It's in the Roll20.
Then yes, I found it. A frosty figure, cold as death,
Uh-huh.
clad in rags and dripping wet. Dirty hands from northern lands, a tide no army could withstand. In a summer's zenith, the setting sun, the end of a winter where spring did not come.
Does that ring any bells at all for me, Bryn? Anything at all? That
No.
doesn't
Not
sound like
even.
not
no.
even a little bit.
I don't even know
No.
how to. I don't even know what lore chat. Roll something. If you get a 20, I'll give you
Alright.
something. If you get a 20,
Alright.
you get something.
It's a song. It's a sonnet. Almost sounds religious in nature. Let's see if religion. Nope. I got nothing, Leon. I can think of one person who might have something, but I don't really want to talk to him right now.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I got nothing. It sounds bad. A spring that didn't come. Well, it's cold up there now, right?
Well, whatever it was coming from Valhalla.
Right, but up there it's cold now, right? Where we're going. Kind of unseasonably cold.
Yeah, that's what
So,
we were told.
frosty figure, cold as death. Something, dripping wet.
Both of you perception checks, real quick.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Why do I feel like we're being followed?
Name me a time we're not being fucking followed.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
You're good.
Could be anything, honestly. Doesn't sound great.
I mean, you definitely see lots of shapes kind of peering at you from the shadows. Like, it's pretty clear that you're being watched. But in this moment,
I'm gonna out of curiosity, I'm gonna make a hand gesture, right? Just a quick gesture. I'm gonna point my finger. See, that's the trick. I'm gonna try to message Brightleaf and just say, "Hey, Leon just told me about this thing, some vision he had, know anything about it?" And just see.
Are you trying to hide the gesture?
Not really, just making a gesture.
Okay. Well, Leon, you'll see him make a gesture.
Just move my hands because it's pretty specific that it's like I just point my finger in a direction and the target that I want, if they're within 120 feet.
So yeah, I was gonna say, Caimen, you with a 19, you're actually gonna, like I said, you both feel that you're being followed, right?
Yeah.
And kind of like watched and stuff. And to a certain extent, you know that it's true because you see like little gnome kids following you, like kind of poking around corners. Like the usual stuff. You see maybe some like little housewives poking their heads out of shutters and then like closing the shutters like they don't want to look at you or something. Some weird things, but you sense that you're noticed and you're being watched, and you are definitely large strangers in a strange land. But Caimen, yeah, with that 19 in particular, you notice some movement in an alleyway that looks a little different than kind of like the furtive movements of the gnomes here. It seems a little more disciplined, a little more, and then it's gone.
Same height as the gnomes or taller?
Taller.
Do I get anything back? Because the target can reply.
You get a chuckle in a kind of a deep gruff. And that's it.
Okay, then. So we're definitely being followed by somebody.
Of course we are.
Yeah,
And he's just gonna kind of.
We're almost there.
Oh, great. Yeah. Hey,
You look like you've seen everything okay?
I heard some. Well, I was trying to get in touch with a friend, and I got a reply back from somebody that's not one of my friends. They were following us from an alley. They're taller than gnomes.
Roll persuasion.
Fuck. Am I good at this? I'm all right at it.
I mean, you have a plus
Isn't
5.
it one of your
so-
best things?
No,
You have a
deception
plus
is one of my best things. I mean, whatever. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
I'm not the best at it, but I am pretty good.
She reads your face. She reads Leon's expression. I was reading Drone on the Roll20. She can't even read Leon's expression because there's a mask on there. So yeah, she's really just
the way
she's
the
going,
beak of the mask curves.
Yeah, the way the beak of the mask is curving and bobbing with the breath and heartbeat of Leon, which is slightly elevated at this moment. You read the right signs. You know what to look for. But she can definitely tell that you're telling the truth, at least as you see it. And so she kind of nods and says, well, then, let's just... And she reaches into her pocket, and you can see she kind of concentrates for a minute with her hand in her pocket.
Yep.
All right. I let Winklebottom know, and
Great.
maybe we should just keep
Make
on
this
going to the library for now, then.
Yeah, let's make it quick. Leon, anything in particular you're looking for in there?
Anything pertaining to anything that could even hold a piece of the sonnet or any sort of ancient threats and prophecies.
All right.
Coming this way.
All right. All right, I got it. I might be able to help us with that a little bit.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, I guess we've talked enough. Once we get to the library, I'll rub my hands together, give Leon a clap on the shoulder, and welcome to guidance.
Got it. You are now at the Dunwoodington...
Scriptorium?
That sounds good. I'll do the Dunwoodington Scriptorium. And as you enter, there is a large amount of books and scrolls and chambers, and you kind of see it lining off. And here's the thing: a lot of them are very small. So those high shelves and numerous, it only goes up some. But if you are careful and ask them politely to find something for you, or look for something for you, the very talented folks who have been working here happily for, I mean, however many dozens of years they've been able to keep their interest ups in it. But, you know, there's a number of gnomes here who would be very happy to help such strange fellows as yourselves look for whatever it is that you might be looking for, you odd folk. So, Mask Guy... and the librarian, the head librarian, at least the one that's speaking to you now, speaks passable common and is at least a little colloquial with it. So, hey, Masked Guy, what is it you're looking for then?
Yes, we're looking for any old tomes related to legends.
Oh, tomes, we have plenty of them. Is there anything in particular?
Giants from Valhalla, possibly.
Well,
Anything?
I mean, that's where they all came from. So we are gonna have quite a few.
Winter.
Winter.
Yeah. Wintry giants.
Storm giants, frost giants. Any particular kind?
Something
Frost
to do with
giants.
winter. Yeah, frost sounds good.
Oh, yeah. I'll see what I can do then. Yeah.
All right.
Kind of nods, and you see him kind of scurry off, and he kind of waves to another couple of attendant librarians who kind of drop their duties and kind of rush off to go assist. And they are gone for a few moments. In the meantime, while these folks are waiting, is there anyone else who is doing anything in the meantime? Because it's after this library trip, it's getting to be about time to leave Dunwoodington. Your 24 hours are coming to a close.
So the rest of us are kind of just... We're at the bar, right?
If you wish, that was what I had anticipated, yes.
I see Bunny. I see Ren's dog.
Ren is petting the dog while feeding it.
Hey, yo, you got a dog?
Yes. Continues to pet it.
Why?
Why not?
Fair enough.
And what did
That's
you
the
buy?
whole I'm just gonna gesture to my belt, which has a couple of scrolls on it.
Spell scrolls. Why did you buy those?
In case of certain situations like falling, explosions. He kind of chuckles as he kind of brushes at his face, which is still probably a little burnt from yesterday. It's still
Yes, the
today.
explosion part does make sense.
It's all Drone has to say.
Goes back petting the puppy.
Braun, what are you up to?
Depends. I want to make some potions, probably.
So you may be chilling at either the bar, in your own booth, making potions, probably getting some helpful tips from maybe some of the alchemists there. Maybe they're just watching you and taking notes on your form and technique and questioning why you're using that reagent instead of, oh, that's why, sort of thing. But yeah, if you want to be doing that in the bar, you'll definitely have an audience.
It's like Ren showing off his mechanical parts.
I see no reason not to do it in the bar.
I mean, to be honest, there is legitimately no
Come on, bro.
doing
Show
it in the
off.
bar.
People.
They are not going to steal from you. They
Show
are
off
they are very curious to look at you. They may steal from you if you're a jerk to them, because come on. But if you're just doing alchemy in front of them, they're gonna be like, oh.
Fuck yeah, I'll show these domes how alchemy is done. Let's do it.
That demands a roll.
That will be 3 alchemy rolls,
I would
and 1 performance
have to
roll.
give the opposite of a
You
help
know what?
action.
Actually, one alchemy roll and 1 performance roll. And how are you going to unhelp?
Probably by Ren just being loud while being near him. Because alchemy takes concentration.
Braun
Cast
has
silence.
like, nope.
Are you gonna waste your spell slot for that?
Yep.
I got loads of them, baby. I'll fucking use it.
That's
That's-
incredible, and it
that's
works
funny.
wonderfully, and it is very quiet, and the gnomes all look around, and they kind of like clap to themselves and are like laughing and like making a lot of noise while also writing notes and like yelling to each other because they know it's silent and are also now watching you work. But yeah, go ahead. So that doesn't work. And I'm gonna go ahead and say
Ren's
roll a regular
Ren's
alchemy.
going to no. Because of that, once he starts, Ren's just gonna elbow him just slightly to throw him off balance.
Why are you doing this?
That's what I want to know.
Braun can
You have
do
a-
17 damage in 1 turn.
Yeah, you have a dog. Think about your dog.
Touch the dog, you're getting thrown out of the bar.
Braun just turns to you and he mouths because he can't speak. What the fuck?
Ren just has a shit-eating grin on his.
You're still new. We can leave you.
Yeah, you could.
None of this is actually coming through as both of you are in a bubble of silence, but
Ren is
the
just
feeling gets through.
Ren just has a shit-eating grin on his face, and then he's gonna stop. He's not gonna help anymore. He's just being a brat to be funny. Because he thinks Braun is too serious.
Well, Braun, you just got bully called out, but he's gonna leave you alone so that you can finish your nerd work.
That's
So I guess that's how it goes.
Alright, Braun's gonna ignore him for now. Because he's super serious. He's gonna keep doing this alchemy shit here.
Sick. Give me an alchemy roll, which is you're going to be proficiency because I'm pretty sure you're proficient with the tools.
Yeah.
And then I also want a performance roll because you are playing to a crowd.
You say
I
that.
can't remember if is it intelligence or wisdom for or is it just straight roll plus proficiency?
It would be intelligence plus proficiency. I
Or
think, for
or wisdom, because wisdom is where medicine is at if you're making healing potions.
Yeah, I think it's wisdom. So
Yeah,
it's
wisdom
wisdom and
makes
proficiency.
Excellent. That's a +6 then. Let's do it.
Yep.
Fuck me, man.
Oh no!
I didn't even need to not help you.
Roll-
Wait a minute.
Roll
Yeah. Oh
performance,
jeez.
buddy. How well do you fuck this up?
Wow.
That is
Double
impressive.
nat
Hopefully
one.
really well. Here we go.
Hey!
That's
Looks really
amazing.
good doing it.
That's
The
amazing.
duality of man.
So yeah, no, this is how things happen. So, having cast silence and then getting elbowed and then kind of being flustered after having dealt with Ren's antics, Braun, you kind of settle yourself and try and get back into the moment. You know, you have your beaker and you have your flask and you have a couple vials and you're mixing some reagents and you know, a couple of the gnomes are just peering at you intently while a couple other are yelling at you. And it seems like a couple of them are starting to say, no, don't, not that one, don't mix with that. And it's, maybe it's just because you're still a little upset, but you were a little too much of column C into flask A, and you take 1d4 fire damage. I'm just going to go ahead and 2 fire damage. As the kind of concoction poofs in your face, and there is a big blast of multicolored smoke, which kind of filters off and slowly dissipates and swirls and collects in the ceiling, and kind of just sits there for a while and doesn't look like it's gonna go away anytime soon.
Oh no!
And the gnomes are all kind of looking around at the source of it because the explosion was silent, but now there's just kind of like weird multicolored smoke everywhere. But it smells like a healing potion, so that's kind of weird. But it's not actually doing anything; it's just kind of like stuck in the sky as a cloud. So
Did he make a cloud of healing?
He
No.
made a cloud of multicolored smoke that smells like healing potion, and it is floating at the ceiling. And the gnomes begin cheering and patting you on the back, and one of them begins fetching a ladder so that they can collect some of the smoke for analysis. So they buy you some drinks, Braun, but your ingredients for one minor healing potion are unfortunately gone.
Damn.
In the ceiling.
Yes, they are. They are being collected for further analysis later in the campaign. Later in a lab somewhere.
It smells like healing, at least.
It's
Yeah,
just
no.
how we get healing gas.
Don't
However, because of the performance roll, the 20 to compensate, you are going to be given a minor potion of healing as compensation. One of the gnomes will fork it over and just he'll like bow to you several times, taking off his hat and like scraping on the floor, and just his beard is, you know, his braided beard, he's like, you know, flipping around. He's like, oh, like he's looking like he's shook by this discovery. Like it's something maybe he's been working on for years, and he was the one who was shaking his head, no, don't do it. So the duality of gnome.
Like, no, don't do it. Wait, that's actually kind of cool.
Fuck yeah, gnome. Hell yeah, I love gnomes. Alright, fuck yeah.
I love gnomes.
And at no point have you ever actually spoken to any of these gnomes because you don't speak the same language. They just, you know, they doing a thing while you're nearby doing yours. So, all right, let's see. That's that.
What about Cleek? What's he doing?
Books. Cleek, what are you up to?
Once I got my arrows, I would be coming back to the tavern and such.
Watching this madness unfold.
I'm probably half distracted just trying to organize my arrows into like 3 separate.
This
Why
one's
do I
for the
forget the word?
exploding ones.
Why do I
This
forget
one's
the word?
quiver.
Quiver. Yeah, for some reason I completely blanked.
You need to get that endless quiver. You're out
Yeah,
of like
no,
arrows.
it's been talked about.
We've
Because,
discussed
like,
it.
I have
Yeah.
93 plain arrows and, like, 42 assorted special arrows. A
Yeah.
quiver holds 20 arrows, so I have, like, 1 quiver on my back fully loaded with normal arrows, 1 quiver of special arrows on one hip, another quiver of special arrows on another hip, and, like, two or 3 bundles of extra arrows in my backpack.
You're not allowed to do loop-de-loops, otherwise you lose everything.
I realized I have Tavern Brawler. When I throw your arrows, I am proficient with it.
Oh my god.
You need to keep those magic arrows away from him at all costs.
Yep.
He
'Cause
touches
he's-
them, I'm going to peck him.
He'll
In
just
his
grab
sleep.
one. You won't know what one he grabbed until he throws it.
I know,
Oh,
and I
no.
have uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
It's probably going to be the explosive one he
I have
might grab.
6.
Or the
Everything
poison
from
one.
acid to blinding to a rope arrow.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Watch him throw a rope arrow at a dude. It just stabs into him, and you're like, oh, well,
Grab
start
the rope!
pulling.
I don't think the arrow would stick long enough to pull him, though.
Hey,
No,
I
with
still
the way
have
Ren
that
throws things, it'd probably go
improvised
through him.
short bow. I can't really sell that off. It's not very well crafted.
You could give it to Ren, so I have a raised attack.
Oh, God.
Take it. Take it.
You now have a
Cool.
crappy short bow.
It's not crappy. It's serviceable, but it is visibly like made of wilder things. So it's
Ren's arm
rougher.
is made out of bones. I don't think
Yeah.
he cares.
Caimen, Leon, you
Yeah.
and Cinnamon, who is kind of standing near the, not paying as much attention as she, the library, the scriptorium,
Huh?
rather. So she's kind of at the front, you know, talking to someone magically, it looks like. So y'all are doing your own thing while she's making contact with people about basically what you told her about. It appears to be about that. But the two of you, waiting for books and such, you see the gnome librarian head back with the attendants carrying several tomes between them. And as they rush up, he says, I'm not sure which one's going to be the best one for you, but, you know, I've read through at least these 7 right here, and I would say this one here about the history of giants and gods in Valhalla,
Oh.
and maybe this one here on, I'm not sure,
Leon,
planar lore and mythology.
This is gonna take a bit.
Oh yeah, no, it's dense stuff. I mean, you got a good 20, 40 years you can put into that one. I could show you some really good proofs for why they think the Bayesian Empire fell. But you know, unless you got some time. Do you got some time?
Nah, not that much. We have to leave
Okay, I didn't think
today.
you
Yeah.
tall folk, your lives are short. I understand
no,
you don't have
we're-
much time to sit around and learn, so
No, we're being
go out
we're
there and
being
make your
told-
mistakes. But
We're
yeah, of
being
course.
told to leave. We're being told to leave today.
Oh,
if
no,
we
that
had
makes
the
sense.
time, if
No.
we had the time, yeah,
Ah,
I would.
my apologies.
How-
No.
How much for these books? If we wanted to just buy them?
No, let me see. And he kind of like looks through them real quick, kind of turns around. He's like, well, the 2 that I mentioned are unfortunately the only 2 copies that we have at the time.
Damn.
So I wouldn't be able to sell them. However, if you want one of these over here, it's sort of a primer copy to maybe some of the giants and more basic lore of Valhalla and the dwarves. That one I could probably give you for about 15 gold.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll take that one.
I gotcha.
All right, mark out 15 gold, and I get to add a primer on gods in Valhalla.
Yes, giants and gods in Valhalla and their history with the dwarves. It being a primer, it is less detailed than the one that you have been told to read and now have an opportunity to flip through. You
Yep.
also have an opportunity to flip through planar lore and mythology.
Let's hear that one. Give me that one.
Okay. Yeah.
So planar lore and mythology over gods and giants in Valhalla.
I've got that one. The Gods in
What-
Valhalla.
Okay. Who wants to? I mean, you're just going to start flipping through stuff. So okay.
Well, I bought it, so
Well, no. There was the big book that was offered to
right.
read.
I got the
from,
primer.
and you bought the primer. Are you going to read the primer for now, or are you going to
No,
read
we're
the big
gonna
book?
we're gonna go through the big one together.
Okay, and there were two big ones. One about similar stuff to what's in the primer, but more detailed. And then there was a book about planar lore and mythology. So
The one
big-
that's similar to the primer.
okay, so you're going to read the big book of giants, the giant book of giants in Valhalla.
Yeah.
Got it. And Leon is going to read about planar lore and mythology. Okay. So just on the brief, Leon, you learn, some basic aspects of, this author, which is, I'm going to write it down so that we all have it here. The writer is one.
Morning time.
Herveticus Nibbles Kornheim, or H.C. or H.N. Kornheim.
Okay, we'll look at that.
Yep. So H.N. Kornheim wrote that there are many different planes that are similar to our own. They are in some ways alternate worlds that lie on top of and next to and within and yet also beyond our world, and that through many different ways you can reach them or create openings or portals to and from them. Yeah, very dense stuff. So what I'm saying is you're getting like a very brief overview of some of this stuff. Kornheim writes well, so he's distilling it about as well as I can. So if you think I'm smart, then here we go. However, he did note that of the planes, there are some distinctive features that mark them in various ways. There are seemingly planes that reach to some sort of holy essence that you may call the higher planes, in that beings there are seemingly of radiance and purity and light and order. There are planes of pure chaos and pandemonium and destruction. There are planes of pure evil and darkness and madness. There are planes of fire, just fire. Planes of air, just air. And water and earth. And you find that of these elemental planes, they actually correspond to cardinal directions within the, I don't know what the Cartesian coordinates are called. We'll just call them Cartesian coordinates because that's what they are. But you ooh, I lost my train of thought.
Leon, I'm gonna fall asleep.
You find that water, the plane of water, corresponds to the north. The plane of earth corresponds to the south. The plane of air corresponds to the west, and the plane of fire corresponds to the east. For what it's worth, it doesn't seem to make much sense to you. There it is. And it just keeps going. So you can try and go to a specific chapter, but I will say that after getting that deep into it and grokking that much lore, it's towards the end of your time. And so I will say, Caimen, reading through quickly, there's kind of a list of Valhallan giant gods.
Yep. Guidance. Boof. I am gonna specifically try to find
Investigate.
specifically what Leon described. Some kind of figure, deathly cold, dripping wet, winters that don't seem to end, So I'm going to do investigation and then roll my 1d4. 15.
With a 15, actually, that hits the DC dead on. So,
hey!
with a 15, Caimen, you're doing research, and you hit a chapter about a frost giant god named Thrym, who one day, it is said in these legends, was said to have sort of pulled himself out of the Bay of Thrym, a giant slab of mithril and giant and god, dripping wet from having lived underneath the ocean's floor, underneath the dark and cold, deep Bay of Thrym for so long, and crawling up onto the shore, winter at his back, had marched across most of northern Valhalla and turned it into much of the frigid wasteland that it became, but instead had settled where the city of Thrym is now, in northern Valhalla, the northernmost city, only settled because of its great mithril vein. And otherwise, other than for the heat of the mithril forges, an extremely inhospitable place even for the hardiest of dwarves.
What do you think of that, Leon? That sound like your guy?
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate so far.
So, settled in a mithril vein. What does he do when the vein dries up? He goes to another one. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Huh. That's not good. Okay, well,
Nope.
I'm
That
gonna
is
hand
absolutely
that.
nothing.
I'm gonna hand that book back and keep the one we bought. And say, thank you very much for your help. We need to get going now.
Well, of course, I'm happy to have served you, and
Yep.
well, I wish you luck on your travels. I'm sorry you couldn't stay longer, and if you do ever come back, then just come and let me know. I'm Jimmy.
All right, good to know, Jimmy.
Jimmy, the librarian.
Leon, we need to go.
You step to the door,
Rushing out.
and you see that Cinnamon is a little sweaty at the brow, little worried. But as you come up, she seems to. All right. So, they've sent some of the levies to come and check the area, and most of it's gone under lockdown. So, we're going to take one of the back ways that I know and get back to the bar real quick. And I think that, and she looks at a timepiece on her wrist, a little gnomish invention that.
Yeah, we need to go.
And yeah, it's about time for you to leave anyway. So let's get you there and get you out.
Yep.
All right. So the three of you head out the front door and into the streets, and you can see that even though it was kind of a little quiet before because people were watching you, it is much quieter now as you kind of dash through. It definitely seems like people have shuttered themselves in, and at a couple corners you see actually some of the Dunwoodington soldiers, and they're just kind of stationed and patrolling, and when they see you, they kind of, are a little alert at first, and then remember your size, remember recognizing you at all, and especially when Ms. Applewood steps out and, says, "They're with me," people kind of stand down. But eventually, you make it back to the bar, none the worse for wear, nothing happened, and reconvene with the rest of the group. It is now about time to go, and you are assembled.
Yeah. Hey guys, we gotta get going now.
I was just about to here.
No, we need to move, and we need to go quick.
And not just because we were told to. There's big things coming.
What's happening?
We'll fill you in on the ride.
Oh, is it Cletus? Is Cletus coming?
Don't say that. Underground or not, that's a big fucking bird.
Yeah, it's not that.
As you say Cletus, a bunch of the gnomes all start going, Cletus, and they all start laughing and they're toasting, and then at one point, they're all laughing, and they get up, and one says, Cletus, and raises his cup, and Caimen, you understand that immediately to mean, to our guardian, defender, and protector, the great Cletus, the old wretched bastard. And they all raise their glasses and cheers, and they start dancing and singing. There's like a
let's go.
There's a line on the bar of people doing the can. There's drinks sloshing everywhere, and they're singing the praises of Cletus.
Try to usher everybody out while this is going on. We need to go.
Ren immediately seeing this sounds like a cult starts leaving. Because you just hear this name get chanted over and over again. It's like, you know what? I'll take my dog and go.
Yeah, it's a big bird, and we don't want to antagonize it or attract it. Let's go.
Time to go.
So the party steps outside because they no longer want to deal with the,
No, we do not.
ridiculous.
I don't know what Braun or Cleek are doing.
I'm very carefully packing up my alchemy supplies. It takes a little while to
Pack up a little
pack
fast.
us up.
Hey, yo, why are we rushing?
I feel you
we've
and on
got-
my way.
Yeah, we've got a place to be, and we're on the clock.
What the hell is this?
I don't
Oh,
like.
no.
I do not like that you've given us a map. Now I'm concerned.
Why is there a car?
I'm
Uh-oh.
going to assume we're here.
Yep, you're towards the top.
Uh-oh.
I sense danger. My Caimen senses are tingling.
Whoa.
Ren isn't in extended mode, so he's a bit faster than the party.
Oh shit, it's yoga.
Ah!
Oh my
Fans
god.
always hunch.
Look,
Who the
it's
fuck is
Eglor,
this?
guys. It's Eglor. He's back.
Every time, you guys, every damn time. You can't be trusted.
You left him in my character thing. What am I supposed to do?
It's funny that way.
He's right there. I see him in my dreams when I sleep. I know he's still out there somewhere.
One day, I'm
Can
just
you guys
gonna-
see my token? Because I
Life
can't.
could be a
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
see
it's
you.
not.
I see it.
I can
Okay, so
see
it's just
you.
not loading on mine, is what it is.
Yeah, you exist. You're fine.
One day, I'm gonna switch back to yoga. Like, I'm not gonna even wait for him to die. I'm gonna just drag yoga out. You're like, Gabe, stop messing with yoga. I'm like, no, he's there. I'll fool you all.
He just is now.
Drone
just
is
is.
actually yoga.
There we go. Oh
I
my god.
I could make that work. I could
Oh
write
my-
something about that.
All right, Humphrey, you lazy bastard. Where'd you go?
Is Humphrey coming with us?
I didn't,
Oh, yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I didn't know the gnomes lived in a dystopian sci-fi, bro.
Why do they have a car?
Were you not listening to me? I didn't describe it well enough. That must be it.
I caught on to everything you said, and why is there a car? Because they're building technology.
I was
I-
thinking
You know what?
of
Fair
the
enough.
I was
did
thinking of the book
explicitly say
Ember.
that. Yes.
when you mentioned Underground. I don't know if anyone's read Ember.
Why are we in a desert? Why is there sand under us?
Don't think of it as sand. Think of it as sandy-looking concrete.
Think of it as like asphalt.
Yeah.
Why are the buildings elevated? And why the fuck is there an antenna underground? What is it connecting to?
You
You're
don't
asking too many
know.
questions there, Bell.
It's Gnomish
I was about to say
technology,
that.
man. It's Gnomish technology. Don't question it. Our human
I'm
brains, our
You're too
human,
curious for the simulation.
our human brains can't comprehend their technology.
That's what they want you to think, and apparently they've done a good job. But
Yeah.
yeah, so you've all stepped out. You're outside now. You're no longer in the bar.
All right, Apple.
Hey, yo, so which way are we going?
Back to the trains. We're leaving.
Humphrey is coming along. Hey, yeah, everyone. So I've finished filing my reports. I see you've gotten your rest in.
We're
Yeah.
leaving.
Mrs. Applewood.
Yeah,
You know,
we're leaving.
I actually saw your sister. Did you now? Yeah,
Oh,
she was leaving just as this group arrived to be taken up into the mountains.
She beat us here.
What?
We
Wait,
we left her at the beginning of the fucking mountains.
Wait, my
Just
sister's here?
Wrong, Miss Applewood. Caimen. Wrong, Miss Applewood.
Oh,
You're okay.
am I thinking of the wrong person?
Yes, that was her sister.
Humphrey is looking confused, and so is Cinnamon. Humphrey's
Hi.
like, no, not you, Lady Applewood. Your sister. At least she looked a lot like you. She was with this group, as they were saying. What?
Yeah. I thought you said she was here. Never
No.
mind. We need
No.
to go. Okay,
No.
we need to go.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Did you want to just head north, or did you want to get back on the west path? Because I think the west marchers are closed now.
We're just heading north.
All right, that seems like a good idea then. Oddly enough, we're gonna have to head south to get there. So, just follow me.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know it's a bit dark this way, and a little industrial, but that's how it is sometimes.
I can
I
see.
do not like that we're on a map. I
know.
don't like that there is a map. I don't
That's
trust
why,
it.
as the sorcerer, I elect to take the front.
Please let the fighter and the ranger have the most HP. Take the lead.
Yeah.
This
Actually, that
party
means
doesn't
if-
do the whole like tactics.
Some metagaming.
Fuck
Actually,
you.
What?
Please
We're doing
Tactics.
Please, one of us
Become like
is
a giant ass bone demon if he needs to.
That's
Let him take the
metagaming.
lead.
We're not in a dungeon. I'm not scared of anything right now.
Can
We're
we
walking in a city.
go?
we're doing biggest health bar first, then Leon needs to be in the front.
What's Leon's HP?
60.
What the aren't you a full caster?
Let's
Yes.
go.
With a what the hell?
Brightleaf brushes past you with 61 HP.
What is
You
your
don't capture not a
con
person.
mod?
Where are we
Where
going?
Wait a minute. Where did Humphrey go? Why is he hanging out right there? Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Well, you see, you all were arguing about something. I'm not really sure what's
Yeah.
going on with you, but
No, we need to go. We
yeah,
have
that's-
places to
Zoom,
be.
zoom,
That's
zoom,
what I'm understanding.
Zoom, zoom.
Can I make a perception check to see if we're being followed? Really
Yeah.
close?
now I think I left something back at the bar. I'm just gonna
No.
have to run back.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Get
Uh,
whatever you left. It's
I
gone.
don't see a damn thing.
all right. So you guys make it to the edge of the map with no issue.
Fiddle. you.
So you guys are worried about
You're
nothing.
joking. You're joking. You're joking. No,
So we just-
it's gonna come back later. It's gonna come back later.
No,
Guys
getting
were
busy.
worried about nothing. Oh wait, there's
Look, a DM does not put a map for no reason.
This was
one does.
absolutely made to fuck
Worried
with
This one
This was
absolutely
made to
would.
fuck with us.
This one absolutely would do
God.
that.
You people are so funny.
Fuck you,
I
Brent.
am a DM who would make a map for no reason. Bryn is not.
Bryn, yes, he is.
Brent.
Yes, he would.
God.
You don't
Who would
understand.
do
Yes, he
that?
would.
punish the freaking metagamers.
Who
LOL.
would do that?
Bryn would.
So, like, wait, what's your hit dice, Leon?
We can worry about that later.
You have
We're
a
leaving.
D6 with 60 HP.
Yes.
Tough
Do you
feet?
have tough feet?
Yes.
Okay.
He has a +3 to con, so he basically has a +5 to con.
I have
Jesus.
a 3 to con with a D10 hit dice. We should have equal HP.
And yet,
No, that would only equal to you plus
Yeah,
4
and
with the
yet-
D8 hit dice.
And yet you don't. Anyways.
and yet,
Con
Anyways.
beats hit die any day.
well,
Funny
excellent.
that these three
Brand,
haven't
you
caught
scare
up
me.
to
Yep.
Brand, you scare me. Stop
Yeah.
that.
No, I don't blame you for being scared. it's cultivated. All right, so let's go ahead and let you guys go ahead and get aboard your
train. Hey,
No, I just need to
yeah, I was gonna say.
cool it up a little bit.
Something about the.
This is a big map, guys.
This is.
Oh, don't worry about that right now. Just worry
Before
about
we
the.
started.
Just worry about the train. No, you're getting into a new train. This is a new one that's headed north, even though it's not quite oriented in that direction. So, let me just pop it into the right spot too. So,
I'm gonna be
We're
right
already-
back for just a second. Don't die
Absolutely.
for the next 30 seconds.
Are you talking to your computer or us?
Yes.
That was the correct answer. All right. So I just.
He's here.
Who's here?
Hey,
He's
Glorian.
fucking here.
Phantom that's been
Oh,
following us
Eglor.
for
Oh,
30
hey.
sessions.
He's been with us for a while.
That's
He's been in the
Spectre.
party.
That's Spectre.
You're not gonna fuck with me like that. We're not doing a false Hydra here.
I
do you
could
mean,
make a false
Spectre?
Hydra with major image.
What do you mean, Spectre? He's still alive.
He absolutely is.
Yep.
Absolutely. In our
As far
hearts.
as far as I know, he's still alive.
He's still alive in our hearts. It's really all we get. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Unfortunately, he was murdered.
No.
Are we still alive? There's no initiative, is there?
No,
we
we're
died.
dead.
That's
You're
correct.
done.
We're
Oh,
dead. I'm
Igor's
sorry,
been
Kalik.
murdered, Matthew.
Kalik, we killed you. We fed you to the dog.
Eglor died. I don't know if you knew this.
I watched it a long time ago.
Man, that was a whole
Bryn,
thing.
where's my dog's
He
token?
became a capsaicin flavored Capri Sun.
Bryn, where's my dog's token?
What dog? We left it behind.
I slammed my maul into it.
If you do that, I'm going to throw you into the ground over and over again. It's gonna be that scene from like one of the earlier Avengers movie where Hulk just slams the fuck out of that one dude over and over again.
Loki.
Yeah, I'm a fucking Loki drone. He's a big dog!
Yep, I already want to kill it.
I love this token, it's so
Look,
adorable.
if you kill it, then we won't have the emergency food down the line.
We'll eat.
Especially if we let it grow.
Why is my dog fucking gargantuan? What is going
Bryn,
on?
Bryn, you're going the wrong way with it. It needs to be smaller.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
That's better.
Whoops.
I might need control over the dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
Maybe.
I believe I still need Ollie's token assigned to me as well.
Yeah.
Didn't Ollie get? I thought Ollie got turned into a chicken tender.
No, that was a joke I made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bryn thought he made a joke, but then I saw that bird and went, dinner.
Yep. You gotta watch Ollie, make sure it doesn't get eaten.
It's a hawk. It's like lean. There's
And I have
the
a
meat is
puppy dog.
stringy.
You are completely misunderstanding how these people treat animals. You are an animal. How can you forget?
Yeah, food. Even the horse.
You are
horse-
in the eating order.
Yeah, you are part of the dinner menu.
There is an initiative order for being eaten.
Like,
Yeah,
Cleek,
it goes-
someone who lives off of his own hunting and foraging, just thinks you guys have no taste. Going for stringy, tough meats.
I mean,
Stringy
look,
tough meat
to
can
be
dry.
fair, Rand did punch a deer to death for one of his hunting.
Are we ready to go, guys? Because I'm.
Yeah.
God!
That's
Big ass bird.
Guys!
What the
Wait,
fuck?
guys, we could. Oh no, for a moment I thought we could fight Cletus. It would be like God. Battle of the
no.
Titanic Birds.
That's not Cletus.
I know, it's
Cletus is
Ollie.
much
And if Ollie
bigger.
was that big, Ollie could take on Cletus, right? That's the thought.
No. No. I don't think so.
You
All
never
right.
know.
Humphrey, are we ready to go?
I sure hope so. I heard some grumbling about some of them Duergar may have gotten into the town.
Fuck.
What?
Anyways, they're on
Yep.
high alert up in there, and I'm thinking I guess best get the rest of you the hell out of here before something happens up in there.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
want to like help handle that?
No.
I feel
No,
like
no.
we should.
No.
they
No.
may have
They
a nice
have
view while you were
strange
interested and
wand.
whatnot, but
Yeah, I
best
don't
would be getting
feel-
out of here before they hold you responsible. something you couldn't be a part of, because I've
I
been around you
exactly.
folk long enough to know them Duergar ain't going to be nice to us or them.
Nope. I'm ready to go.
I figure there's some responsibility on our part to help
There
handle
is
them,
no
but okay.
responsibility. We are not being.
Whatever.
Yeah,
The
that's
captain
right.
made the decision.
Yep, I did. Not our responsibility. Not our problem. Right, Brightleaf?
I think if they don't want our help, then we should leave.
Yeah. Well, I got the feeling they didn't want our help, so.
Ren and Braun have already aborted with their animal.
Leon is chilling, and Ollie is apparently also chilling.
He is under my control, but not in my journal for me to put down later
I'll fix
on.
that.
Yeah,
I'll fix
same
that with the
here
dog.
for
Also,
dog.
Ollie is not here, so
So, anyway.
unless Ollie did come down in the tunnels with us,
While we get going.
that might actually be a better thing to do, especially
we
with how
should-
long we've been underground.
We should probably all convene soon. And,
I'm going to assume
discuss-
Ollie is with me.
I have named the puppy. It is Rune.
Caimen, what are you trying to say?
I think we should all convene soon to discuss what we learned from the library concerning Leon's vision. Leon, if you'd like to get everybody together.
Brightleaf glances at the two of you. You went to a library? You
Yep.
didn't invite me?
Right?
Sorry, I tried to get in touch with you and I got a reply from somebody.
Yo, what are you guys, fucking nerds?
Drone,
Please. Oh,
sit down and you'll understand.
There is a grinning bird in one car. At
Yeah,
the mention
everybody-
of Caimen being a nerd.
Actually, Drone, go get everybody if you don't mind.
So on the platform, before you go, you see. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm not. I
yeah.
already know what Humphrey's going to be doing. Zoom. Oh,
You see a couple folks coming up.
yep.
that,
Hey, bye.
Yep, they're basically coming up to say, "Hey,
Fuck off.
thank you for your help. Also, get out." But
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
Like, we appreciate your help, but leave.
Yeah,
but
that's
get out.
exactly. That's
Don't
what
remember
we're
how
doing.
to get here, but also, I guess you're okay. Sort of.
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
Yeah, whatever.
Ren does owe Cinnamon a favor.
Well,
Yeah.
Cinnamon's chill with you. She keeps being like, "What? Don't listen to her," and which makes the commander there, Winklebottom. She just looks like apoplectic every time that Applewood steps in and is like, "No, you can come back. Just visit anytime. I'll take care of you." No, well,
Nope. Maybe.
well then.
Who knows?
Maybe if you ever visit Keda, you'll see me and my sister together there at the farm.
Maybe. We'll see. We got
We'll
things
see.
to do, so good luck
If you
with
find your
whatever.
sister, tell her we said hi.
I plan to. Might send her a message.
Right then. Humphrey, how's it looking?
About ready to start. Just close the door there for me, and we can get going.
Yep. Bye, guys.
Io clique, meeting in the front room, front car, whatever.
Chug.
Okay.
Io, you too.
Why are you going to the? Oh,
Meeting in the front car. Zoom.
Come on, Rune. He's gonna basically try to get the puppy to follow along. It's not gonna work, so he's like
Animal
leading
handling.
the dog now.
Animal handling.
Yeah. You have animal handling. Use it.
This would have been the place to get armor for your dog. I'm just.
Yep.
Well, I can't afford it, you know.
You could have just
you're going to grow out of it.
I
You
wonder
could've
if there's
just owed her
anybody in the party who could have allowed you to borrow some money for armor for a dog. The better question is, would he have done so?
No, Rin would have not asked money from you.
Well, then that's your fault.
Ooh, that's
Animal handling.
do it.
The dog leaps off.
12.
You get Rune to follow you. He's not really good at paying attention to his name yet, but he kind of follows the clatter of the chains and such. And and does a passable job, but eventually gets kind of sidetracked because of the shuddering of the cart and that he's not super steady on his legs yet. So eventually you're just like, you know what? This might not be the best place to train you to walk, follow me, and learn your own name. Maybe a little dangerous.
Pick up the dog.
Yeah. But, I mean, he was following for a bit.
Yeah, once you start getting distracted, I'm picking up the dog.
I think this would actually be a good time to actually quickly take a break and get us all our drink. Because
I could use a refill.
Convening of the minds and a discussion of lore, direction, and what have you. Humphrey's also going to ask you, you want to go northwest or northeast? So think about that during the break as well.
Northwest. Doesn't mean that he knows where we're going. We're leaving to Punjab Haryani. Northwest is closer.
I just wanted to make sure because I'm hearing that might be where the Duergar are coming from, and
oh yeah,
yeah.
Northeast.
Anyways, give yourself a moment to think about it. I'm going to get the cart up to speed and get yourself some drinks.
I'm gonna send
a few of my own here.
I'm gonna send to my third body outside of the material world and have Gabe give me a drink.
Oh, nice. Good call. I'm also going to point out, you guys are going to notice that Humphrey has absolutely stocked up. It appears that during the course of giving his reports, he also collected. So
we rob him?
You could. He's his gear is nicer now.
We're not gonna turn on him.
And well, he still has some of his travel-worn stuff. You can see that there are some nice new additions. Like his bow's a little nicer.
I'm glad he's better geared, and maybe it'll help us out.
His boots are clean and they look tougher and such. So, but yeah, break time. I will be back in about 5, 10, 15. So
every time I look at the sheet for the eagle stat block, I remember that it's not a tiny beast, it's a small beast. Meaning it's comparable in size to the halflings and gnomes.
Hello.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get water.
I'm gonna go refill my soda.
I made me an armored palmer.
What did you make?
An Arnold Palmer.
I don't know what that is.
It's tea mixed with lemonade mixed with alcohol.
Huh. I need to try that.
Specifically for me, I had some spiked lemonade already, so I used that for the lemonade pot. And then I added some unsweet tea is what I prefer, but some people do half sweet, half lemonade. I like the half unsweet, half lemonade.
I was wrong right now, so I don't think I can make that mix, but perhaps later.
I do suggest it. It's pretty good. So what do y'all think of the name Rune for the dog?
It almost rhymes, and that's slightly annoying.
I think it's a good name.
Ren and Rune?
Yes, it's just short of rhyming.
To rhyme.
So.
Also, when I get dog armor, I'm going to absolutely inscribe runes on there to protect the pupper even more. All my downtime is going to dedicate to training this dog.
Hey, Bon. Are you panicking like me and Ash are?
On what?
So the giant that me and Caimen just read about, it's currently buried under the mithril mines in Thrym.
Hey, are our characters there right now? No, we left. I'm not worrying.
The motherfucker. Fucking Riptide. You should be worried. Bitch is coming to us now.
The ultimate flex is the deep fake map scare.
Fuck you, that shit's not funny. That scared. That made us concerned, man. What the hell?
Well, I know that you all expect certain things when I drop them.
Yeah,
Especially a detailed map.
yeah.
know.
Fully
It has to
detailed
get
is great.
more use out of it than what you just did.
I don't know, does it?
That was concerning, and I didn't. Oh no, there was absolutely. Oh my god, there was Duergar in there, wasn't it? Because they can do the little invisibility thing.
I want
Every time I'm getting downtime, I'm training Rune.
I want you all to really actually deeply consider what it meant that there was a map there.
It was
Possible
absolutely Duergar.
combat, to mess with us, a chance to explore the alleyways, a lot of reasons.
Those the ones that we threw off the train. They were waiting in darkness for us.
I'm
Oh my
hungry.
goodness.
I have ice cream.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this about Duergar. This is a really interesting fact about Duergar. So they have two racial abilities that are really, really powerful. They have Enlarge, where they double their damage dice that they do with melee attack weapons, and they get advantage on strength saving throws and strength ability checks and stuff. It's basically like the rune knight stuff. That's
Yeah.
awesome. It's an inbuilt ability. They can do it for 1 minute, and they get it back, I believe, on short rest. Let me make
It's
sure.
the
on
Rune,
that.
but better, because we get a D6,
Yep.
they double their dice.
Exactly. So with a
This is kind of the same thing I was talking about with Jax, is like the Devil Sight and the Duergars and Large and stuff.
Mhm.
Like he was saying that he would rule other creatures with Devil Sight have the same vision as a Warlock who takes it, and I was like, yeah, but that takes away from the player.
Yeah.
Doesn't?
This is like an inverted version of that, where like the NPC character gets a stronger version for some reason.
Well, it's like the player Minotaur race, right?
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
Minotaur
I don't
monster
know.
has labyrinthine recall, but the player doesn't get that if they play a Minotaur,
Yeah.
which is weird.
We
It is.
actually do have that now.
Oh, they
Yeah,
do?
that was a new thing.
Oh, did they add that to the race?
Yeah, to the
Yeah.
updated race.
You do
Yeah.
understand? I'm gonna go check this now, right?
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Brandon,
yeah,
what were
my-
you saying?
No, my point was just that Duergar are really strong because they have Enlarge and Invisibility. Invisibility can last up to 1 hour.
Okay, they have it, but it's totally different.
It lasts up to an hour. And it only takes a short rest to recharge it. So they can be invisible, and while invisible, go rest for an hour. While invisible, and then just reset. They can just be invisible resting, short rests.
So the Minotaur player version is different than the Minotaur monster version. They're two totally different things. What the player one gives you advantage on survival checks to navigate or track, and you always know which way north is. The Minotaur monster can just perfectly recall any path it has traveled.
That's way better. Like,
Yeah,
ridiculously, unconditionally better.
Infinitely better.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I get that, like, NPCs in some cases need to be stronger than player characters, like
Right.
base racial abilities. You don't want to give,
but
I'm playing a
imagine in
Dragonborn, so I have all the abilities of a young adult or young dragon or whatever. It's like, no.
not how that works. But like with an imp, they have dark vision, and their devil sight says magic darkness doesn't impede their dark vision. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
Whereas the warlock, you can see through darkness, magical or otherwise, as if it's bright light.
Right. That is worded specifically very differently.
Same name, two different wordings, and Jax is like, well, I would just give that to all the devils. I'm like, so they have dark vision, and you're giving them devil sight on top of it, like the warlock version. That's crazy.
I just don't understand why you'd want that overlap when there is a lot of specificity built in, just because the names are incorrectly, the same. You shouldn't have. They shouldn't have named Devil Sight the invocation Devil Sight, because I think that's a bad name.
It is.
They should have named it Eldritch Sight, because I believe they have a different one that's even more of an Eldritch Sight or whatever, right? Like True Eye or whatever the fuck that one is.
Which sight? which
Yeah,
lets
Witch
them
Sight.
see through shape changers.
Yeah. Witch Sight is the even more powerful version.
I think Eldritch Sight is the one they might already have.
But they're different still. They don't overlap. Witch Sight doesn't overlap with
Devil Sight.
Devil Sight, which should be
Which-
Eldritch Sight.
I swear the
Right.
one that like allows you to cast Detect Magic was like Eldritch Sight. That might
It's-
be wrong.
No, that's
That's magical sight.
that is Eldritch Sight.
Oh,
Yeah, it
damn.
is Eldritch Sight.
Eldritch
Well,
Sight is detect
easy.
magic at will.
I don't know then.
Just give that the ability to see through magical darkness and non-magical darkness, or make it like you have Witch Sight. Why not make something like that? Like, I don't know, Cat's Eyes or something.
Well, that
Eyes
implies
of
normal
cat?
dark vision.
Eyes of the cat. Well, just think of it as like cats can see like almost perfectly in the dark.
Yeah, they can.
So just call it Eyes of the Cat or something.
I'd be fine with that, honestly. I feel like it's just a better name for the same thing.
Yeah, and it gives it that cool theme of like, making pacts with otherworldly beings and taking some of their
Not
powers into
necessarily
yourself.
devils, which are very much their own theme and faction and flavor and rule set and all that shit.
But we also spent like an hour talking about it, and I was like, the primary thing of the DM should not be to take abilities away from a player that make their character unique and then throw it onto mobs.
Yep. Yeah.
And he was like, well, as a DM, this is how I would rule it. And I'm like, right, but this is one unified world.
I'll actually tell you one of my DMing philosophies right now. One of the things that I do is I look at the players and I look at the characters that they're building, think about ways to create, I wouldn't say like hard counters because that's too dickish.
Challenges.
But challenges and people who are also reflected in versions of you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like fight a like for instance, Caimen would have been a great choice to be the person who, for instance, fought Egglor if that had been a thing that happened, because it's fire and water.
They're
it's
they're
the two
both
warlock and they had a
opposing
whole thing.
elements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have this really cool theme going on there, but I didn't make Egglor and Egglor's dead. I mean, no, but it's just it's
We
fun
can
stuff
admit
like
it.
that.
He's
Yeah.
dead.
But
As
I mean,
sad
like,
as I am.
Cleek.
Yeah.
Cleek would have a good rival character in someone else who uses a longbow.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Oh my god, that is actually funny, because she also specializes in like the opposite way too. She has the close quarters thing.
She is she specializes in stealth and quiet elimination, and Cleek specializes in like brutal upfront arrow to the face death.
Are me and Leon rivals?
He's 600 feet away, flying up above, shooting missiles.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the air support.
Yeah,
He really
is. He's the full-on airstrike.
It'll feel bad. When
don't get me wrong. He is somewhat stealthy with a +5, but he's not even proficient in stealth. He's really not sneaky. He's just kind of up front.
It'll feel really bad when we face a guy with Earthbind. You're fucked.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is,
I have Featherfall. You're fine, buddy.
I mean,
No,
even Leon, I made Eve to be a character that was like you, but different. Full caster, uses different both offensive spells that are AoE. Like, I tried to make things that are similar but different in order to challenge you in some ways. And then I also make things that try and take advantage of your weaknesses in other ways. And
we're
eventually,
approaching my enemy.
We're approaching a number of people.
We are approaching very specifically one of my enemies.
Mayhap. So,
I believe
is everyone back? Everyone, please ping with a pong in the ding dong here, where I will right there. Bada bing. Dick.
I mean, I'm back.
I'm sorry. I've slept like 2 hours in the past 24+ hours. That hit harder than it should.
That's good. That is good. Most excellent. So that means we still need Leon to ding. There's Astro. I know, guys. I needed official. I needed official in the chat. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a long one. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's like a whole 8 or 9 equal marks.
My apologies, viewers, for our juvenile delinquent behavior.
Yeah. Wow.
At the same time, it's not that bad. Come on, let's get over it. So, you're chugging along, and Caimen calls a meeting convention in the front cart. You all get into the front cart.
Yeah.
Humphrey says, you want to go to the northwest or to the northeast? And you say that you want to avoid the Duergar, and he says, well, then we should probably head to the northeast.
Northeast
But that's gonna... I guess.
What?
Well, all right. There's a couple ways we could go about it then.
Okay, we've got time.
Yeah.
We
so
really don't. But
we can try and head northwest and hope that the Duergar haven't come along the tunnel lines, which they may have. I've heard that they're mostly out in the west marches, but that they might be coming from Bald Peak. So we can head out east and go towards Split Tree Pass, which I've heard is pretty quiet right now. Little frozen over, of course. Or we can do something really crazy and try and get out at one of the side exits, kind of at the north of the mountains in the middle of shit nowhere.
Why is that crazy?
Well, you see, it's a bad idea for two reasons. One, it's not a good idea to leave the cart in the middle of the road on tracks. So in the event that we do that, it's probably going to leave us behind because that's what they do. But other than that, we would be stuck either in a middle of nowhere where it's frozen. I don't even know if the door will open, so we'll have to check some things. But that might be a way to get out without having to run into anybody or nothing.
I have a crowbar.
Man, well, that might help, but I've heard it's getting pretty frosty above ground, even in Dunwoodington. Yeah.
I also have a crowbar. He pulled out a crowbar.
I didn't make it out now, service side. I didn't really see the need because figured I was going to get back down here anyways. Brought my winter clothes, but
let's go with crazy.
No,
right.
That's a terrible idea.
I don't like that.
Let's go with crazy. You know what? I agree with the pirates. Let's go with crazy.
I've changed my mind. We're going to the northeast. It's the safest possible route.
Yeah, safe but also direct. We need something direct.
I mean, crazy is very direct.
Well, the most direct thing would just be to head to the northwest and try and see if we can get through Bald Peak without running into any Duergar, but it's looking a bit more... Yeah, it's looking a bit more like that's not going to happen for us.
So let's go northeast then, if that's safer and still will get us north.
We don't Duergar just fine. We could deal with some more.
Now, listen.
Brand's going to look directly at you, Dro, when you say that.
Okay, so...
Do you want another explosion in your car?
So
I'm still alive.
I have converged us all here to relay to you an ancient tale. So, listen up. Once upon a time, there was a giant in the Bay of Thrym, a frost giant, and he was a god, sealed in a sarcophagus of mithril. He climbed out of that, went somewhere in Valhalla, and settled on a mithril vein, where they were working mithril. The depiction of him is a figure as cold as death, something or other dripping wet, because he was sealed under the ocean, basically, right? So he's dripping wet, he's as cold as hell. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because Leon had a vision where he heard a sonnet of some kind about a figure who is cold as death, dripping wet, on his way to Punjab Haryani. And we've drawn the conclusion that the only reason a frost giant god like that would go that way is because the mithril vein in Valhalla ran out, and they may have found one in Punjab Haryani. So we are on the clock to get there before that happens.
I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't make any sense to me. What are we supposed to do once we get there to prevent that?
We are not doing anything. We are getting there and then we are leaving as quickly as we can.
So you're just trying to avoid it?
Yes.
That's fair. I don't think we are. I don't think giant gods are in our pay grade.
No, not really.
Anyone...
So faster is better is what I'm trying to say.
Anyone can roll a history or religion check to maybe have this explanation jog anything loose.
Hey.
History or religion?
history or religion. Hey,
Yeah,
Jerome.
and
they're
that's
the same.
that's an
Cats!
exclusive ore, so you have to pick one Zor the other.
Ah!
The
Got
cat.
a +0 on both. Let's go.
Drone rolled an 18.
I don't know why she wants the dried up cheese on the plate.
Let
I
her
can tell
have
you
it.
why. I can tell you
They
why.
like- they
Cats
like
like
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah.
Cats like cheese. That's
Let
why
her
it
have
wants the cheese.
Stop
Let her have the
pulling!
cheese.
Oh my god!
Give her the cheese.
I'll
I
eat
do not want to
cheeses-
give her the cheese. That is going to
I'll eat
be
cheeses,
so
and my
bad.
cat will lick the powder off my hands because it loves the
Just-
powder. They like flavor.
Just
They're
Give her the
animals,
cheese,
whatever.
man. Give her the cheese.
Give her the cheese,
I am
man.
not going to give the cat cheese.
Yeah, she's
I
trying
am
to get
not
putting it
cleaning
up
up
for my
after a
awesome.
cat that
She's-
ate cheese.
It's not that bad. It is actually that bad.
Cleaning up the puke every once in a while is bad enough.
Yeah, mine
Well,
don't
that's
puke 'cause of
that's
that.
the
They puke
worst.
'cause of-
That's the worst that'll happen, and they only do
Right.
that because they're trying to hawk up hair. Anyway,
Yeah,
Drone got
exactly.
an
It's
18.
just- yeah, Drone got an 18. So Drone, not the most religious
Cat,
person,
if you climb up there.
but Drone, you in your brief
Village, they taught me
childhood
this.
village, in your village, you heard some tales about titans that once bestrode the land in the north, and that your tribe of marked warriors was at one point long ago drawn into that conflict, and unfortunately ended up on both sides of the conflict, and it kind of cut the clan in two for a time, until that war ended in some event that you don't remember anymore. But you do recall something about there being a war against titans that came from the north, and something about the description of this giant in a sarcophagus of mithril moving mountains, climbing out of bays and what have you.
I-
Jogged some of that loose.
So I'll
Yeah.
share this information. Say, hey, yo, I think I recall some of this from a history class.
All right. And are you in agreement that we need to get to Punjab Haryani and then away from it as quickly as possible?
I mean, I still don't really understand, but sure.
Great. So we need to determine speed and safety right here and now before Humphrey tells us we don't have any more choice. So fastest we can get there as safely as possible. We can go northeast, but inevitably that's going to take us longer to get there. We can try to go through the Duergar, but that's a big risk. We can take the crazy path. Maybe it's frozen shut. I'm sure we have ways to deal with that.
I think we can take the Duergar.
Yeah, I think our best bet.
I
is the
think we can
Duergar
take the
if that helps.
Duergar, but can the cart?
No. Last time the cart was barely on its hinges. I suggest we take the safest path.
You do have a cart that is much larger than.
Yeah, it is a lot bigger.
I think.
But is
Is it
slower?
is it tougher?
It's the same toughness as the last.
It's just more
Nothing in
carts.
particular about it is reinforced. You just happen to get a
So it's no better.
dedicated for your use. It's no
It's
stronger.
worse. It's worse actually because it's more cart that has to be pulled. It's going to be slower.
That's
No,
more cover, though.
same as last time. Dual engines.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
no,
I guess
the
it
last
has
cart,
the 3 carts, but yeah.
yeah, the cart we had, if it's the same as this one, had what, 2 openings in it, 2 carts
Yeah.
Now it's more cover.
being pulled on a dual engine. This one's going to move slower.
I suggest we take the safer route. It'll be a lot safer and less likely to get attacked by Duergar.
Right.
I'd like
This
to go
cart is going
northeast.
a lot
It's safe.
slower.
It's reliable.
All right, now who here has clothing for the winter?
I was to get that one
going-
up with y'all, so I have.
Ren
I could
going
probably
to
make
pull
some.
up his thick hooded cloak.
Yeah, that's not winter. All
A
right.
thick hooded cloak is not winter.
No.
The
Alright,
cloak
so
alone
good.
probably isn't,
At
but
this
it'll
point-
hard.
the party is leaving Dunwoodington, so I will
Yep.
show you your current
It is.
pathways.
Far too late for us to buy now, so we'll just have to rely on Cleek and your survival skills, and Brightleaf and your survival skills. We're gonna have to be mindful and stay warm out there. I do still have that kindling from
Oops.
ages
A
ago.
little too far.
Just so you all know.
There we go.
I can also repair things as needed. He twiddles a bit of magic over his fingers, the mechanical ones.
I don't strictly have anything that'll warm us up, but I've got kindling for fires, so we're good with what we've got, I think.
All right, so this is about the crossroads where we're going to have to make a decision. You
Northeast.
said northeast, so we're
Yep.
not going to take that left path.
No.
Passes by. And we're not going northeast, so we're going
What?
northwest.
Wait, other way around.
No, he's showing those are the paths that you're passing by. You're not
Right.
going this
And
way.
he said we're
You're
not
not
going
going this way.
northeast. We're going northwest. And I was like,
What yeah, I
the total
misspoke.
opposite.
My
Yep.
sincerest apologies.
It was just
Um,
Humphrey's like, we're not going northeast, we're going northwest. The opposite of that.
Yay,
yeah,
Northwest,
sorry, that's what I
where
meant.
That's where I wanted to go.
No, we don't want to go that way. Drone, we've had enough of fighting. We need a moment, okay?
All right.
And
so-
explosions with animals aren't a good idea. He looks way back in the cart, the horse. That horse can go crazy and stampede us.
What about your dog?
Right, so.
What about your dog? You just bought
Oh,
you bought a tiny puppy that you're bringing into the middle of a frozen wasteland, as far as we know. I want you to know you're responsible for that dog. If it freezes to death, it's not my problem.
it's not going to freeze to death. And he glares at you as you say that.
Okay.
So we're coming up to about the point where if we want to get crazy and hop the cart and try and head out the mountains on foot, this is going to be the best place to do it. It's the farthest north that it turns before we get, heading a little bit.
Let's make that decision. Let's make that decision now. Do we hop the cart and try to trust that we can make it through, or what?
No,
No, stick with the cart. Stick with the cart.
How far does this cart go if we don't do that?
It swings a little bit south again to head towards Split Tree Pass, but it's going to come out and end in a little bit of a terminal just like the one in the Vale of the Quiet Sister, and we'll be on land. We don't need to go up the pass or anything. We can kind of... I'm going to draw what he's describing. So he's talking about the rail going to about here, and then there's a terminal. And then instead of going up to the pass over here, he's saying you're going to kind of hang this way and skip out of the mountains that way. Exactly.
And that's all by rail?
No, that's on foot. After the circle, it's on foot.
Yeah. This is where we get off.
And where would the skip out be if we chose to take the shortcut?
Skip out would be like right about here.
Yeah, right here, and then we just...
But then you still have to go like through mountains. Is the thing is you're actually like it's
so it's a slightly tougher path, but it's like the same length.
Exactly.
It's definitely shorter. No matter which way we go, we're going through the mountains either way.
Correct. You are not going to be in the flatlands when
this is much shorter.
This leg here, like I'll show the measure for it.
Well, I'm not the one who has to worry about mountaineering, so this one's up to you guys.
It's going to be in like sort of foothill sort of things, but once you get through here, it's a bit of a pass, so a bit steep. This is going to be harder in general.
So where currently are we on the map?
You're at the juncture between the two, making the decision to see, like Humphrey's kind of slowing the cart to let you decide before you make the turn, because you can see like up ahead for the front windshield that there's like a bit of a light on up ahead, kind of like stuck up into the corner of the tunnel, like along the upper, in your perspective, if you're looking up the front forwards, in the upper left kind of corner, and it has like a little arrow and like a door, and it's like it's very highlighted, pointing to this sort of exit access point.
I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. I said I wasn't going to tell you all where to go, so by all means, make your decision.
You really fell into it naturally. I almost thought that you still wanted to do it.
I vote we take the shortcut. It's gonna be a hike, but it's gonna get us there faster.
Io, which way was the shortcut?
Shortcut is north. To just stop now, get out, and walk north out of the mountains from where you are, and let the cart be picked up on its own. Or to keep heading to the end of the rail line, which is at the red circle with the blue circle on it. And then from there, head along the foothills of the mountains, and then cut through the pass up to the river. So basically, the shortcut's to the left, and the long cut's to the right, and takes you closer to Split Tree Pass. You don't have to go up the pass.
I feel like going through the pass would be better.
It'll be a lot longer, and if we're going on foot a lot longer, a lot higher chance to get hypothermia when we're not prepared for the cold.
Speak for yourself. I'm well prepared for the cold.
Yeah, I thought we all said we had winter gear.
You all said you have winter gear.
I can possibly make some things if I get some furs, but I don't have anything.
I'm wearing wool.
Take the shorter path. A lot less chance to get hypothermia.
Oh, wait, I do have winter gear.
It's fast.
I do have winter gear. Never mind. Ignore me.
I believe pretty much everyone in the party was given winter by Lucy, who purchased it in Sichuan in preparation for the trip.
And
that
So
makes
everyone
sense.
probably has it, even if they don't remember buying it because it was given to them.
Ren
Caimen
was
did
not
not
with
get
the
it.
party at
Ren
that
was not with
moment.
the party, and Drone was not with the party.
Actually,
So
Neither
Just
was
because of Bryn.
Caimen, but
Ren has been exploring Valhalla, a cold place. Wouldn't it make sense for him to actually have a winter cloak?
depends. Was he traveling the underways or was he traveling?
He traveled above ground because he didn't know about the underways. He's been in
The underways are the
ground
main
cavern.
transport.
That's
Yeah,
what I
but
was
the
saying.
thing is, Ren's
aren't
been
you
in a
from the-
cavern for like 20 years. He doesn't know, and he's from Swiria to
Swiria.
begin with.
right. So
Swiria.
which path are we taking?
so far, we've got two people voting opposite directions. What does everyone else think?
I'm neutral.
I say we take short path.
So we've got one for the short path, one for the long path, one's neutral. Braun, Leon.
We need to stay on the train. I don't care what we may believe it is.
We're not
shorter.
going to stay on the train for long, and then we'll have to walk a lot longer, is my point.
All right, I rescind what I said before. You people are incapable of making decisions. Humphrey, keep the train going. We're taking the long way.
Here comes the hypothermia.
We'll be fine.
All right.
I'll be fine. I have mechanical limbs. My fingers won't get frostbite.
I trust in the skills of the people that I have brought with me. We will be fine.
Brightleaf just shrugs. Humphrey's like, all right, I'll get her back up to full speed then. And
Yep.
sure enough, in a moment, you feel the push of acceleration kind of stagger you all a little bit back a step, and
So,
you are speeding up
besides
to
that-
about 80 miles an hour again.
Besides
No,
that,
As we were talking about earlier, would it make sense for Ren to actually have winter gear because he's been exploring
I
Valhalla
would
on
say,
foot?
you stop anywhere to get winter gear at any point ever?
well, no, he's
Yes.
talking about like a backstory thing. And
Right,
I'm
right.
trying
So
to
did he-
consider.
would he
He
have
would have
ever
had
stopped
opportunities
anymore?
to. He would have had
Yeah.
opportunities to. Yeah, it's really whether or not he would have had the gold. But considering his personality, his actions, and his demeanor and behavior, he probably would have even just been given some by someone grateful
I mean,
for his protection and help
even
at some
something as
point.
basic as traveler's clothes. You have wool breeches, a belt, a
Exactly.
shirt
That's
with a
gonna help
vest
a
or a
lot.
jacket, and a cloak.
See, the thing with Ren though that's tough is that his mechanical bits make it difficult to wear clothes that don't get shredded when he goes into combat mode or something. So he has to be a little constrained when unleashing himself, so to speak, if he's wearing too much clothes, because a lot of it might come off and he'll be loincloth Ren, chains whipping around and shit.
He just
So
rips all his clothing when he transforms. Good to
So
know.
I guess what I'm saying is,
He has
Ren,
a
be
cloak.
careful. You do
He has
have a winter clothing set, but it is a little worn from use and patched and sewn together because you have learned the hard way that it's you got to be a
Bone
little careful
spikes
when you.
plus wool is not good.
It doesn't
What was
change
that?
with you.
Yeah, it
Bone
doesn't change with
spike-
you.
bone spikes plus wool is not good because we enter giant's might. Remember, his bones shatter, become spikes.
All right, we're
Do
taking
that.
the long way. So
All
just
right.
be mindful of your bones and don't break yourself open.
I wasn't planning to, but that sounds good.
He was talking to me because I do that sometimes.
Oh, that's fine.
Don't do that.
Sorry, you got me back on the jerky again, and I'm not really listening to anybody. No.
That's fine. So I've got a great question for all of you. Who here thought to buy food? I mean, I gave Ren 50 gold. Maybe I figured you would not buy a dog. Is that food?
Ren glares at you.
All right, so that's not food. Good to know.
Wait, y'all didn't buy food? I bought food.
I, oddly enough, am not very hungry.
I can hunt if I need food.
I mean, technically, Caimen would have been.
I'm
with
also
me
a capable hunter and gatherer and all that.
I already have over a week's worth of food.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I haven't been feeling very hungry lately.
Well, and if anyone gets bored,
I don't have any
Okay.
rations on me, but I have my Outlander feature.
If anyone gets bored, there's a dog. Outlander would pick that dog up real quick.
No, you would know Ren would murder you if you touched his dog.
Almost
dog
4
is-
weeks of food.
Cleek
How prepared I am.
also has some degree of standards and is not going to do that.
Brightleaf frowns and elbows you in the ribs, Caimen.
Oh, that's just... I would never eat a
Look,
dog.
What
What do you think I am, a monster?
Yes.
it might be a
She
baby,
blinks
so
twice.
sure the meat's good and tender, but like it's
It's
small. There's not enough there to be worth it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a dog.
Brightleaf goes and sits next to Ren and Rune. And,
The game is just was like, yeah, it's a dog. Why would you eat that? I mean, if we starve, something's gonna get
I'm gonna
eaten.
be right.
After about 10 minutes, I'm just going to throw this in there because it's happening in the background. Brightleaf will begin having sort of an
All right.
intense communion with Ren. Sorry, not with Ren, with Rune. And they will appear to be having some sort of deep conversation.
Huh.
Ren absolutely minding petting Rune.
Yes, I did.
You're not muted, Astron.
I
It's funny.
want to say it was like 5 o'clock-ish.
Astron.
I think it was 5 o'clock-ish,
You're
yeah.
not muted.
He has no idea.
Well, just checked it. Everything looking okay out there?
Yep.
Alright. Hey, so while I'm thinking of that, tomorrow I want you to water all those plants out there.
Okay.
In case I forget to say it. That's
So,
one of the things I
D&D
really want
Beyond,
you to do
brought to
tomorrow.
you by
Otherwise,
D&D
we're
Beyond.
gonna-
Here we are.
Yeah.
Actually, we're not brought to you by D&D Beyond. It would be nice to have some level of sponsorship
Yeah, it would be
because
great.
that would actually enable us to raise production values to some level
Okay.
above $0 other than our wonderful
Yeah.
sponsors.
Yes, I did.
Thank you,
Move into
Caimen.
a- we could move
And,
into
you
a
know,
mansion
like,
and,
Well, first I had
I
the
would love
leftover
We could actually
sandwich
have us move
into
from
a mansion.
we could have
McAllister's.
like a webcam,
And then I
stuff.
also
Oh
had
no, I have the
that
webcam.
burger.
I just refuse to turn it on because
okay.
I'm
Can we,
not
like,
posting face until we get to
server
session
mute
100.
your
Come
cafe?
on.
For everybody, for
You can't
everybody.
Everybody's
yell
talking
at
over each
people
other.
off
This
the
is great.
I serve a muted
It's
Astron. He'll
Okay.
We could have a webcam for everyone, Bryn. You don't understand. We could have like an actual, like kind of like the critical guys. They have that whole setup. We could have that. With
I have
Dwarven
said I'm
Forge
never
and all
going to use
that.
a
We could have
webcam.
all that put together. If only we could get sponsors, D&D Beyond.
Please, D&D Beyond. I
can
will
do a
embarrass
song
myself
like
on a
Sam-
weekly.
I can do a
I would
song like
embarrass
Sam
myself
Riegel
on a
too.
exactly.
D&D Beyond, D&D. I just I would,
Astron.
I would
by
happily
the
embarrass
way,
myself
guys,
for the purposes of
I
fun. No, I know
server
you
muted Astron.
You're perfect. Thank you for doing
server
that.
muted him. What the fuck?
He was talking on the phone with his dad. This is so loud.
He
I
really
know.
was.
Wait,
It
did I
was
not
really
mute? I'm so sorry.
Oh,
No, you did
I'm
not.
server
We
muted
heard
you.
Hey,
It
Astro.
was really
Yeah,
funny. We started talking over you,
yeah,
so
don't
it's all
forget
good.
tomorrow,
Don't worry,
Astro.
we can't
What are
do
all the
anything.
plans?
Kill me.
Plans, Astro.
Kill me.
It was somewhere around the
Kill
time
me.
you said that you like mowed the lawn or something. I honestly I don't remember D Beyond and their wonderful range of services that if they would just sponsor us,
Yeah,
we would be
I mean,
more than willing to increase our abilities
I
to
would
run a
gladly
fun
buy
game for you to
even.
watch.
I would gladly buy even more of your D&D Beyond products, more than I've already bought, which is a
So-
lot. I've spent a lot of money on you. Please sponsor us.
So pathetic sounding, but so true that if they did, we would all be so happy.
Yeah,
Yes.
bro, I would be so happy. It sounds
I
like
would
hell
sell
yeah,
out for
money.
D&D.
I
I'll
mean, I
sell
wouldn't
out.
sell out. It would just be funny.
I would
It'd be like-
absolutely sell out. I would sell my soul to D&D Beyond.
Ooh, that's a bit much. Remember,
Unfortunately-
Hasbro owns WotC, owns D&D Beyond, so you'd be owned
sell my
by a
soul
company
to-
that would take out your soul and put it into a plastic toy or something.
Oh.
Ooh, now we're never gonna get sponsorship. Ooh,
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. See, you opened your big mouth, and now we're doomed.
I can always edit this
Oh,
out,
hold
guys.
on,
Don't
hold
worry
on.
about
No,
it.
Once
no,
I
Luke,
snap
I'm not
let's
gonna,
get
though.
spon-
I'm not gonna.
Let's get sponsored by Wikidots, the best place out there.
Sponsored by.
No, no.
Shh. Don't tell them about it. Don't
Yeah,
tell
don't
them
tell
about
anybody.
it.
Anyway,
Russia took it down for like a week and a half, and I didn't know what to do with myself.
oh my god. Anyways,
Back to the session. So, Cleek,
Yes.
what chores were you up to?
other than mowing the lawn and
No,
watering-
so yeah, what we left off with was Brightleaf had sat down next to Rune and had ritual cast Speak with Animals and was having a
Yep.
deep conversation with Rune, the pup, while Ren held him lovingly and pet him and didn't know what they were talking about. Humphrey is on the controls, and after a little while, you've been on here for now. I mean, look at when we looked at the path, you're probably in the cart for about a solid 10 hours, like just cruising for a while. So you have plenty of time to chit chat, short rest, long rest, whatever you want. Like you can get out of this cart feeling rested, fed, whatever you need, because you've decided to go to the end of the road.
Braun's gonna teach me how to pray.
Oh, sick!
I'm gonna try
Wow.
something actually. I want to try something on you, Leon, if you don't mind.
We can do the Caimen and Leon thing first, and then we will do the drone Braun prayer scene.
It'll be quick. Okay,
Okay,
Leon.
that's cool then.
All right, Leon. Leon.
Leon may be AFK or muted.
Leon's
Yeah.
dead.
Can't do it on Leon.
All right. Well
on
then.
Cleek.
Okay.
What?
I want to try something on you. Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't really know. Actually, I just want to try this.
I'm just gonna have Ollie fly away
Yeah,
from me
yeah.
for this
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
Give me an idea what you're doing.
I have no idea. That's why I need to try.
That's not what is this related to? Tell me what you do know.
I'm going to put my hand on you, and then something's going to happen.
I don't like that.
It won't hurt you.
Is this to do with the ring?
No.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
All right. I'm going to put my hand on Cleek, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm sorry?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Was there any deception rolls I should be aware about?
No, Caimen doesn't know what it does. You fail. All right, now,
Oh.
Cleek, what I need you to do, you're pretty athletic, right? You're kind of acrobatic.
Generally, yeah.
All right, I need you to do a backflip. And as part of this, I have chosen dexterity.
By the wings?
No, I just want you to do a backflip, like stand and jump. Flip.
Okay.
And dexterity was the choice, so when you do this, you do it at disadvantage.
What? Did you hex me?
No.
DM, do you know what's happening here?
I think DM knows. Yeah, I mean it's a 13. It's definitely. So what happened was
Mid.
you were bestowed a curse upon you.
You cursed me.
I gave you a curse, and you roll with disadvantage one ability check.
What was that about? No deception rolls. It's not going to do anything to hurt me.
It won't hurt you. It was not a lie. It will not physically hurt you.
This seems hurting and damaging.
It's not damaging.
It is a harmful effect.
It is not harmful.
Yes, it is.
Well, it won't hurt you. Specifically, it doesn't hurt you. Unless I hit you.
Why do I feel significantly disadvantaged? I feel as if I have been misled and deceived.
Not really, but it's good to know that that's what that does, and I will drop concentration. You're fine. Now try it again.
You're not at disadvantage.
Yep, you are no longer disadvantaged. Are we sure about that? Maybe the curse is delayed.
I was gonna say, if he succeeded, I'm going to Silvery and Barb's clique. Looks like I didn't need to. He just fucking face plants.
So you don't feel any resistance as you make the attempt, but something must have psyched you out from being so constrained before, and you do in fact faceplant.
That wasn't me. You're okay. You're okay, but it's good that I know what this does now.
You're not touching me again.
Well, yeah. Now I know what it does. So just so everybody can see what I cast. Of course, it doesn't show you what it was. Oh, does it do it if I do that? Nope.
Nope.
Never mind. Yeah. So Caimen's testing new powers that he has. Interesting.
That'll happen.
Very interesting. That could come in handy.
And now we move from
Yep.
whatever just happened there to the
I'm
caboose.
gonna go take my nap.
So I'm gonna see. I'm just kind of follow Braun, see what he's doing. Once I kind of see what he's doing, I'm gonna like, hey, yo, Braun, you mind like guiding me through how you usually do this? Something the temple people helped me before. It's just kind of unnatural for me. It's still kind of new, you know?
Do you mean praying?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know you'll like hold your hands together, you close your eyes, you think of something, but like, what do you usually think of?
Well, it's a little bit more than that. First off, you have to know to whom you're speaking to. In my case, it'd be to, or in our case, it would be to Charlotte the Night Singer. And the first thing that I usually do is I thank her for everything that she's gifted me. And I ask for her will, and I ask her, well, I say to her what I need from her. And then to finish it off, I ask for forgiveness for what I've done. You can say it in your own way, I guess. Everybody's prayer is different. But that's the general gist. Speak to her.
With that, Drone's gonna kind of think to himself, and he's gonna get on a knee and pray.
Please roll a religion check.
It's gonna be really interesting to see who that prayer goes to. Oh
Nice.
no! So who gets the prayer? DM?
You know what's funny? You know what my prayer was gonna be too?
I'd love to know.
It was for guidance of what to do next and forgiveness for dying.
That's a good one.
I can't wait.
You feel a sort of stillness, a silence, a bit of a void, which you aren't sure if it should be comforting or disquieting, because your memories, your brief and scant encounters with this entity you've come to know as the Dark Mother, as Shar, what little you've come to know, dark voids kind of are maybe her thing sometimes. So, maybe this is good. But all in all, you feel that your prayers are kind of absorbed into this void. And for now, there is no response. The best feeling you get is that something absorbed your prayers and they're gone.
Something heard you.
Drone's just kind of quiet after he's finished.
You get the sense that something heard you and listened, but it's literally like saying maybe the nothingness heard me. You know what I mean? Like you spoke into the void, and you're like,
This gives me
the
the
void heard me.
This gives me the vibe of like sending a message out into like space and not knowing if something is actually there to receive it. I don't know.
You do that every day.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things, though. It just gives you that weird, like, alien vibe.
But it's void, empty, absorbed.
That is quite literally what space is. Hence the comparison.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what it is. He just prayed into space. Nothing hurt him.
Look, man, it was spooky.
I can think of a void that I've seen. Actually, I want to make one more test before I take a quick break. Leon, buddy, would you like to do a test with me?
Oh, what are you?
Okay.
What are you planning, Caimen?
It's the same thing I did to him, but I want you to try something different. I think I kind of got a grasp of what this does, but I need to make sure that I know what it does. Are you okay with it?
Are you trying to make me do a backflip?
No, totally different. Actually, I'm going to let you try something else.
I'm gonna let you try something else.
Yeah.
Okay, for the sake of getting this thing under control. What?
I'm going to place my hand on Leon, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
Of course you do.
I do.
Is the Bestow Curse a touch spell?
It is a touch spell.
It is.
Very
it is
sweet.
a verbal and somatic component to touch spell.
I never realized that.
Yeah, I say something, but it's probably under my
Imagine
breath.
being in melee range as a warlock. Oh, mouse.
Ever
heard of a Hexblade?
Yep, he resists, so it's like...
No, he doesn't.
Actually, there's his disadvantage roll right there.
Yep, it's 14, fails.
It fails.
The doggo now has advantage on its next ability check.
So,
within a minute.
All right. Now, Leon, how do you feel? Do you feel a little bit different? Let's try it. I want you to punch me.
What?
I want you to punch me. And I need you to roll that attack at disadvantage. Actually, before you even do that, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Roll 2 natural 20s, Leon.
I've chosen... Hold on, I need to choose which... I choose wisdom. So I need you to make that wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Low.
You fail and you do nothing. Huh.
What the fuck? He's just gonna kind of shake his head. What the fuck?
It wastes its action that turn doing nothing. So you just stand there. I told you to punch me.
This is really funny.
Okay.
This is some good stuff.
Kind of drew a blank on that, and it just kind of shake his head. You still want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it. Wisdom saving throw. At disadvantage.
Mentally, you do feel a little fuzzy right now.
What the fuck?
All right,
Okay, I don't know what this is.
and I drop it. So based on that, I believe I can curse people by touching them.
Like what you did with the water?
No, totally different. This one requires
No,
focus.
totally different.
And I'm gonna sit down and take my short rest, and I'll be right back. I got cars to start.
Yep. Oh, the Pact of the Ring is the one that carries all of his dice stuff that he's saying that I didn't write down anywhere. So is there.
It's there.
It's there. Oh, is it
Neat.
there? I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, so if anyone wants to look at it, you can too.
We
But
can't.
technically,
He set a sheet to private.
8 feet.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, if you want to sneak, it's a feat.
Are we taking a short or a long rest?
You can take a long rest because the trip from Dunwoodington to the end of the rail line that you're on is a full 10.5 hours. So, I mean, even with the dicking around that you guys are doing, I'm going to say that you can do a long rest.
I mean,
Cool. I get silver
you are
rebarbs
needed.
back then.
I don't have anything to get back because I rested overnight. God dang it.
You're fine.
Ooh, you know what? Actually, if we have time, I want to cook up some more potions. Actually, still got
Yeah,
some more
go
stuff
ahead
to
and
do.
go ahead and take a shot at another minor healing potion. I was reading the Xanathar, and it says that technically it takes a whole work week to make the what is it, superior, which is the second level healing potion or whatever.
Oh no, that's a greater.
Oh yeah, greater.
You mean
So
greater?
yeah, I meant greater, the second level, because minor is the, you know what I mean.
Ah,
But so the second one technically takes a work week. So what kind are you trying to make? If you make a good roll, I can advance your days and such. Just keep in mind you are also in the back of a minecart that's moving about 60 miles an hour, and while it's gnome tech and it's pretty good at not being all bumpy and juddery and stuff, it does
still
a
a
little.
bumpy ride, huh?
Exactly. It's a little bit. So you gotta consider it a little bit if you're going to be trying to do some of the more finer things. So maybe if you want to try something that won't be as big of a deal if it goes up in smoke again.
All right, let's do a minor healing potion. Let's do that.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll your alchemy kit again.
+6. Come on.
Let's see. Oh my goodness.
I want to say it just for the flavor. I decided to take a nap while you're doing this, so whatever blows up.
Oh yeah, no. So Braun, once more, in the back of the cart, I think it's because the cart kind of took a turn, and then it was kind of towards the end of the trip, so Humphrey kind of hit the brakes suddenly. So it was a bit of, and you mix again 2 reagents, and it sets off a different chemical reaction. So Braun, I'm going to have you roll a Constitution saving throw real quick.
That's
All right.
how many nat ones?
Man,
That is
that
like
is-
7?
That is a number of nat one in one session, and all of them in the prime position, which is unfortunate because that 20 would have been a lot better off. So unfortunately, you fail the save, and you are now poisoned.
oh shit!
Yeah, something weird must have gotten mixed in there, and a little of poison, and you and you are now poisoned, and so it's just a regular poison, disadvantage on stuff, and it will last for you don't know how long, 1 hour. And right about now, you guys are pulling up at
Before we do that, Ren's gonna look towards Brightleaf. What were you talking about?
I was asking about his life before he met you.
I'm curious about that too. Being in a gnomish city and all. He pats Rune's head.
Well, he mostly was talking about his family and his friends and this one pup that didn't like him too much, and that he was excited to start training soon, but that everything smells really good out here too, so he's really excited to be here.
No, he'll get training, just not the mount training. And you're gonna be a little hunting dog for me, and you're gonna be a good boy. He's just petting Rune. That baby voice when you talk to a dog.
Yes. Yes, Ren doing baby voice to Rune is definitely a sight to behold.
Oh, good doggy. Good Rune.
Well, we've reached the station then. If everyone's ready, we can get going then. Oh, Drone, did you end up?
I'm ready.
Did you fail your thing?
It was It's a temporary increase from the revive.
Oh, right.
So,
Well, you are fully healed from the revive now.
how I was gonna do it is it was until it happened is how long it was gonna last.
Well, there you go then.
So next DC will be lower, but that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare fail.
Fair. So yeah. While Drone is trying to sleep, he starts shuddering and shaking. And Braun, you're the only one who notices other than your horse.
I'm coughing my lungs out right now at the same time as well because I'm poisoned.
So in the back cart, the horse is like, uh-oh, while Drone is trying to sleep but is screaming in his sleep, and Braun is like rolling on the back of the cart coughing because he just inhaled a bunch of toxic fumes. Everyone else is 3 cars away in the front cart, talking to puppies and getting ready to get out of the train cars. So Caimen, as you head back to the very back cart, you're going to see this scene of Drone screaming on the ground and Braun kind of rolling around coughing as a pungent cloud of smoke kind of wafts out the door and begins to dissipate. Yep. You take a step back. It's gone. And you're running away. Captain, is everything okay? You are muted, Caimen, if you are talking, which is funny because I know you're talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. So earlier I was like, I'm taking a short rest, so I took a short rest.
Yes.
And then I went back and I was like, nope, not dealing with it. So Drone is screaming from a nightmare or something, and Braun is coughing his insides out. I'm not dealing with it.
Oh, is the smoke multicolored?
No, but that's weird. You would know that there was smoke.
Ren kind of laughs a bit. I saw them fell at creating a potion earlier today. It was funny.
I'm going. How far away are they actually? Because, what's the range? Because I'm just gonna use message. I'm just gonna.
Whoa!
Exactly 120 feet. He's exactly 120 feet away.
Wait, why are there con saves and poison conditions?
I'm gonna point back, and go, "Hey, Braun, it's time to get out." So when you're done coughing, and that's just gonna pop into his mind, like, "Hey, Braun, when you're done coughing, it's time to get out."
While Braun is coughing and like wheezing, trying to catch his breath, he can't see you, but he knows where you are. He puts up the middle finger. He hopes you can see it.
As Brightleaf walks in, she sees you flipping her off and is like, "What?"
looks up at Brightleaf still coughing and like quickly puts his hand down. It's like,
she just looks confused, but walks over and kneels down and casts Lesser Restoration on you.
Hey!
And then she's gonna go and like kind of shake Drone awake and be like, "Hey!
Oh, what? Oh, fuck! Shit!
Hey, calm down. You were having a bad dream, and Leon wasn't here to hit you with the wagon. We're about to head out. Cart stopped."
I don't know what's going on back there, Leon, but I wanted no part of it.
She whistles Braun at your horse. And your horse suddenly looks attentive and alert, and she's like, "It's time to go." And opens the door and heads out onto the platform.
Well, let's just open this thing up.
Drone looks sweaty.
Yeah, he does.
Who's moving red?
Caimen's like, nope. A lot of screaming and a lot of coughing back here. I'm good. If there's a fucking disease, I'm not catching it. Says Caimen.
Braun looks at Drone as if he's run a marathon. What's up with you?
Bad dream again.
Oh,
I
you'll
can
get
already
used to those.
Man, I can already feel the chill out here. I'm gonna bundle my cloak up a little closer.
Yeah, so at this point, you are still underground. However, Caimen's point is well made. Despite being underground, as all these other railway platform chambers have been, you can tell
It's fucking cold.
from the cold in the air. Yeah, you can tell from some of the light filtering down the stair steps that lead up out of the cavern and to the the only other clear exit other than the railway down. You can see that it only gets colder as you go up the steps. So kind of at the foot of the steps, Humphrey says, kind of turns around and says, all right, so I don't know if we want to camp here for the night. It looks like it's, and he turns to his wrist, which has a similar looking strange little contraption on it that goes tick, tick, tick. And he says, it looks like it's getting to about evening now. If we want to head out at night, it's going to be a bit colder. Might even start snowing. Not sure. Don't want to go up there and find out right now. But what do you say? You want to head up at night? This side of the mountains is actually a bit quieter than both Tunnel and Vale, so we might well do to head out in the night. It's just it's really about the cold right now.
Do we have any camping gear with us? Anybody?
Well,
I have a bedroom.
I got a tent, but it's just a small one.
Yeah.
I usually just make do with what's around.
All
and what I
right.
have.
Congratulations, Cleek. You've just been assigned to make general bedding for everybody.
Red
Okay.
Bull's got a bedroll.
I would have helped anyways.
Well, no, it's your primary job.
Mm-hmm.
You're in charge of it now. We're gonna head out at night.
Are you telling me that you're actually relinquishing authority to me for something?
No, I'm assigning you a job.
Just let him have this.
No. I am delegating responsibility. Does that feel better? Let's go.
That sounds more like your team instead of a bunch of servants and a lord.
Brightleaf kind of walks past and says, key aspect of leadership is delegation. I'll go scouting. And she just kind of trudges up the steps past Humphrey and ahead of everyone else. And
a good follower knows how to put their skills to use without me having to tell them.
Ben is going to gather firewood when we set up camp.
I've got some kindling, but I don't have firewood specifically.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yes, we must gather our party before venturing forth.
And Ren's strong. He could probably punch down a tree if he wanted to.
I think that would still hurt like hell.
With what? My mechanical hand that has no nerves?
That might damage your mechanical parts.
That's what I was thinking.
Mending cantrip.
That only works to a point before it doesn't work.
My arm, the whole mechanical arm is at 1 foot. I can repair the knuckles using 1 foot.
I think it counts the entire object. You have to be careful. Besides,
as long as the breaker tear is no longer in the 1 foot in dimension, you can mend it, leaving no trace form again.
I've got a rusty.
Can we not argue over the semantics of a single cantrip?
Only I can do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would like to gather the party so we can venture forth.
Oh, I ventured you forth. You're ventured forth. Your forthness has been ventured. You're up at the top now.
There's another
I have chains to break the trees a lot easier.
I don't know why people keep moving up there. That's not where you are.
We're here.
Moving this way.
Yeah, exactly. Bye, Drone.
Yeah, see you later. We're not coming back to get you.
Left
I'm over here now.
All
I love
right.
it. I love it. So
So Brightleaf is scouting, and I have perfect vision because it's dark out, or it's getting there.
Humphrey is leading alongside you if you're spotting for him.
Yep,
how
I am
how is the
spotting.
column? Because as you crest the top steps and reach, I guess, the platform of the like the top end of the platform at the exit. You've exited the cave. You now see sort of moonlight glinting through the clouds. A scant few stars between the strips of white and gray. You see the big silver moon. You see no sign of the dark moon, and as you step out, the air is crisp and cold, and very clean and refreshing after kind of the stuffiness of being underground. But yeah, you don't have the same sense of like general foreboding as you did when you were. And it seems like a rather peaceful place. Go ahead, and everyone who's traveling, you see that. I guess as you come out in this, you're heading in a northeasterly direction as you exit the cave. Humphrey kind of just turns left and kind of leads you along sort of a downslope ridgeline as it heads down the foothills and sort of down the vale into towards the pass. And
Yep.
so you're heading along that red line right now, headed towards the direction of where Brightleaf's token is placed. And I guess just in general, everyone roll a survival check with advantage because you have winter clothes.
I'm acing this
right.
whole winter thing.
Let's
If you
try
do not
that.
have winter clothes, roll with normal.
Hey, I've got traveler's clothes. I got
the
wintery stuff.
exhaustion, so
I got traveler's clothes as well.
that's a straight roll for me. I have the winter clothes, but I also have exhaustion.
Oof. Drone, buddy. We gotta warm you up.
We gotta fix that insomnia.
Nat 20, baby.
Humphrey has gotten cold.
Oh my god.
Humphrey, I'll give him a blanket.
Humphrey, I throw my cloak around Humphrey because,
I'm
it's
assuming
maybe-
I'm also cold. I got an 8.
Maybe. Oh, you got an 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're really cold.
Did you roll with advantage?
I
Yes,
rolled
exhausted.
this. I'm straight roll.
You're exhausted. So you straight roll. Okay. Yes.
With my nat 20, can it keep someone else warm, Bryn?
With your nat 20, you can keep your puppy warm.
Yes, the puppy that is who I was gonna pick actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll throw my cloak around Humphrey and keep him close, so that'll
Maybe I just
help
need
him
to
out.
maybe I just need to eat some more. raise
Actually,
the temperature a little bit.
not a bad idea. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Dude,
All right.
I guess. I don't know. Cleveland,
Rent's
what the hell
gonna
are you
light a
doing?
torch and hold it. No, Rent's gonna light a torch and hold it near Humphrey.
Just
Well, that's
get
kind of
that
nice.
away from my cloak.
That's kind of nice, though. Yeah, just. Whew.
Just have him hold it.
No,
No,
that's-
he's gonna say, "Are you gonna take it or are you gonna stand
no, I think I'm
there?"
gonna take it. I'm thinking I'm gonna keep moving, keep eating.
Yep.
I got
Yep.
the torch. Oh, I don't remember it being this cold though.
I mean,
His winter clothes and such are on. They just he rolled poorly even with advantage though. Unfortunate. But yeah, Humphrey's cold and Drone is also cold.
Cold and
while
tired.
Humphrey's eating his food, as he's eating his jerky, I'm just gonna very casually snap my fingers and press the digitation to warm it up.
Ooh, now that
I can.
now
warm
that's something else. I got to learn how to do that. Can you teach me how to do that? Is that something I can learn?
Instant microwave.
No, you can't learn it, but you can be given the ability to do it.
Rent's gonna lean over. Wizards do exist, you know. They learn those spells.
I am not a wizard.
Then
I'm not
just
a nerd.
Well,
Rent's gonna look at you. You say you're not a
I
nerd.
do happen to know that wizards use books, and I haven't seen. Well, I do see that new book you got there, but I haven't seen you reading a book, and I've been seeing you do some really wizardy stuff. So I don't think that's what you are.
I can't teach you magic. You can.
But honestly, I'm cold.
I'm gonna look at the ring for a second.
Don't really ask him.
you could ask for power, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I'm just going to not do that, but I appreciate you letting me know that it's a thing I can do.
Yeah.
If I ever get cold enough that I'd rather talk to a weird-looking ring than
Oh,
eat this
it's
nice food. But the warm food is something I'm gonna have to
yeah.
think
I
about.
will. I will keep that in mind while everybody else is eating. Then, so if anybody's munching on food, your dry jerky's going to be pretty warm.
I will say, Humphrey now has a point of exhaustion, and Drone, you get another point of exhaustion because
Oh.
you are cold.
That slows
wait a
us
minute.
a bit.
Yeah,
I
you
get-
are
I-
exhausted.
I gave
and
my
you
man
are
a
now-
blanket. What you
I
talking about?
know. You gave him a blanket. You gave him a blanket afterwards. That will help him in the future, but he failed at that point. So he's getting to the hypothermia point specifically because he came out of his rest already exhausted and then walked out into the snow and was like, "Oh god."
I think I can't. No, like quick way. Okay, yeah, speed is halved. So
Is somebody going to carry him, or is he just going to be dashing all the time now?
I was gonna say,
Party travel speed is based off of half the total. It's like the average speed of the party.
Yeah, and he just brought the average down a lot.
Yeah, you know what? You're gonna be riding on Rin's shoulders.
What do you? We have a horse,
Oh yeah, shit! You can ride on the horse drone. Easy.
Braun. For
Horse is
the
just not on the map, but yes, you have a horse.
oh,
yeah, that's a
Braun.
good point.
Oh.
I will.
Brightleaf
Yeah.
specifically did not take the
I got
horse
my
because
blanket.
she's faster without it.
I got my blanket.
How
I'm on
fast
the
is
horse.
Brightleaf? God damn!
Boots
I'm
of
very-
speed. Boots of
very-
speed with a mobile
okay.
wood elf ranger.
Yeah, she's quick.
I'm hugging the horse as I ride on top of it with my blanket.
Okay. I will say that Drone, even though you are exhausted, from now on your survival checks for heat are going to be taken with advantage anyways, because you're on a horse, you're
You got a
wrapped up.
blanket.
You have the things that you need to stay warm. It's really going to take screwing up, which, but you know, yeah, you're really cold and not doing too good. You're kind of miserable. But you're on a horse and wrapped in a blanket, and I don't know if anyone gave you anything warm to hold, but Caimen can easily prestidigitate it. So
I'll
If
eat
it's
that.
wood.
I'll eat that. I'll eat some of my jerky. Yeah, get some.
excellent. Getting some warm jerky.
And it's
I will
warm.
be right back. Chat amongst yourselves until I return, because I assume that you're chatting as you journey. Marching order, I'm guessing, again, is Caimen and Humphrey in the lead,
Followed by Ren.
followed by
wait,
Ren,
Braun.
and then Braun is leading the horse, I'm guessing, with Drone on it. And then Leon and Cleek are at large. Cleek may be above flying.
Cleek
and
is likely above, keeping an eye out.
Yeah,
Leon, where are you in
Ren.
this?
Ren,
He's
we
the
need to
aerial
talk.
support. Well,
Yeah, actually, Ren, I want to have a
uh,
chat with you as well.
Yeah, we need to talk about the dog.
All right, so you guys chat with Ren.
Oh, I don't
and-
want to have to. I don't care about the dog. I want to talk to you about messing with me while I'm working with my
Oh.
alchemy equipment.
Oh, wait, come again?
You're too serious. You always have a grumpy face on your face.
Listen,
Oh.
man, I want you to listen to me. I was trying to make health potions for us, one that could possibly have saved maybe your life, and you fucked it up.
And
But did I really?
Braun, out of curiosity,
Well, in the end,
What-
it worked
what
out
was-
because we had some friendly gnomes. But
Braun, what was that in the back cart? Actually, was that another healing potion?
that was another healing potion. Were you there in the
You-
tavern when I fucked it up the first time?
No, I was not. I was out doing other things, learning. You see about where we're going and what we
Oh.
might be facing.
Well, I tried to make another health potion.
Yeah,
And
I could smell
the-
the results.
yeah,
It's
the-
still
The
kind of
road was the rail was pretty bumpy.
yeah,
and-
sitting down to make potions on a bumpy rail, probably not a great idea.
I was overconfident in my abilities. I'm not
Yep.
too proud to admit that.
Yep.
what I'll
Okay.
say.
So let's talk about the dog for a second, Ren. What are you going to do if we get attacked and you're holding that dog?
Ren just pats his backpack.
You're going to put it in your backpack.
I can leave it set out. I can cut holes in it for its legs. It's not
You're
too difficult.
if I.
Ren's
How do I-
also going to pat the chest attached to his bag.
Yes. Okay. But, and hear me out, what are you going to do if your backpack or your chest gets damaged while we're out here?
Hold up his finger and cast the mending cantrip.
Yeah. What happens if the dog is in those objects when they get damaged?
Well, someone or something will get murdered by me and will devour its corpse.
Right. So you've bought a dog for how much money did that dog cost you?
I'd rather not say.
How much money, Ren?
He's going to stare blankly at
Did it cost all the money I gave you?
Insight check.
you, and then
Yeah.
he's going to nod when you say
Oh,
that. He won't outright
I don't
say
even
it.
need the
but he will
insight
not.
shit.
No need.
He's just like, yeah. So I gave you 50 gold. You could have bought travel rations. You could have bought winter equipment. You could have bought anything. And you bought a dog.
To be fair, I did say you didn't have to give me gold, and you said it was mine to spend, so I spent it.
To take into a frigid, wintry wasteland, you bought a puppy.
Warm dog, good at tracking. It's a gnome bloodhound, a gnome ridehound.
We have
A warhound.
we have a clique who is an excellent tracker, and a Brightleaf who is also an excellent tracker. And you bought a dog.
Hey, Caimen.
And do I care what you think about that?
I'm.
What's your problem with animals, man?
It's not my. I don't have a problem with animals.
First
But
it's the horse, and now it's the dog.
No, the I don't have a problem with the horse. I
You
do.
did earlier. I remember.
I don't. No, I don't. Okay, that was me messing with you. I don't actually have a problem with the horse. I strongly have a problem with a dog that we're going to have to now watch after and keep safe until it's able to defend itself. And the things we fight are not things dogs are good at fighting.
I reckon it'd be good to have a loyal servant with us, in my opinion.
It is not a servant, it is my friend.
Caimen.
Animals are bred to serve us, Ren.
Yes.
Animals are not bred to serve anyone.
As
Yes.
you are kind of at the lead
Chatting.
point and chatting,
boy.
but with Humphrey, go ahead
Yeah.
and roll, I guess, an investigation, sort of investigation or survival.
9.
And then I'm going to ask everyone to roll a perception check.
Is Humphrey helping me with this investigation check?
Can the eagle make a perception check?
Okay.
Ollie is with me.
Oh, hey, Jerome, that's not bad.
Hello?
12.
Ollie cannot, because Ollie lacks the context to understand what, if they saw it, it would mean anything worth being.
So I
something.
assume that means no help action.
You know what? Actually,
either.
go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll.
Is it sight based?
No. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll for Ollie, or give the help action. Either.
Ollie has advantage if it's sight based.
So pick that Ollie is helping
Eagles-
you or looking on its own.
Can eagles see at night?
They have dark vision. Oh, they don't have dark vision.
So it would be straight up because it's dark.
Well, technically, mine would have disadvantage then.
Right. So do you want to help yours or? Wow. Either way, a 22. Cleek. I'm guessing I'm just gonna run it that you had Ollie's help because this is how I'm gonna describe it. Cleek. You are the only one who noticed as your troop is kind of traveling along, trudging through the snow at night. Two of you are pretty frozen over right now. It's dark. It's pretty quiet, all things considered. You can hear not a single grasshopper. It ain't that time of year. Actually, wait. Weird. So a light snow starts to fall, but Cleek, you notice as you've been seeing Ollie kind of circle above and do his own kind of scouting, then a little later, a little lower from tree to tree. And then as you're kind of just kind of idly watching Ollie, you see him kind of swoop down and land on something that seems to be jutting out of one of the nearby trees that you're walking by. And as you look at it a little more closely, you see that it appears to be an arrow, 2 arrows. Ollie's sitting on one of them, but it seems pretty firmly embedded in the trunk of a tree. The other one a few feet below. And with a 22, you can see actually pretty clearly that the fletchings on those arrows are pretty unusual. They are 2-colored, yellow and red. Or sorry, yellow. They're yellow, but with a hint of red at the end tips.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
And as you look around, Cleek, you see that there are more arrows kind of sticking out of other trees. Not just those yellow and red ones, but also some with gray fletching and some with white fletchings and some with cyan fletchings. It's a bit odd because you don't know how you didn't see these kind of colorful things, jump out to you right away. It must be the darkness. It must be, but there's some strange looking arrows, and they look to be, as you walk up to one of them, somewhat recent. But I'm gonna
Either we just missed an archer festival, or there was a fight here, guys. I'm gonna point out some of the arrows.
What are you talking about, Click? I look around and notice the arrows.
Huh. That's interesting.
Could be hunters.
I don't think hunters shoot off this many arrows.
Or miss this many, unless they really suck. I can think, though, maybe if it is hunters, like the color is to tag who got the kill. Maybe that kind of makes sense, right?
Is the party gathered around some of these arrows and inspecting them?
I'm gonna grab one.
Okay, go ahead and do a strength check to try and pull it from the tree. It's pretty firmly embedded in there.
I'm
Other than
gonna
that,
give
you can do
the help action, unless you want to give me the help action.
Sure, either way.
Guidance.
I'm. Oh, hey, guidance too.
Caimen tries it on his own and is
11.
unable to,
So is it
even with
athletics
guidance
or
and
just
assistance.
strength?
It would have been athletics. What do you get for athletics?
I got a +5 for athletics.
Oh, well, if you get
So,
a +5, then it's a
that's a
16.
14.
So,
What?
well, no, it's a
14.
10. A 10. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
10.
right. Sorry, the
Yeah,
proficiency. Yeah.
A 14.
So yeah, with a 14, yeah, you're able to wrench one out with Ren's help and some guidance. And it
The other arrow.
It's an arrow. It looks like an arrow that would have been from a longbow. This is one of the ones with a gray fletching. It looks like the shaft is made of kind of a dark gray wood, only a tiny hint of brown in it. But as you touch it, it feels as tough as iron.
Can I roll nature to identify the wood?
Heck yes, you can.
Good grief. Quite an arrow.
I'm going to give you the help action.
Is that possible?
Do you have nature trained?
Guidance.
Nature trained? Oh, I have survival trained. Never mind.
Guidance.
You're not an expert on trees, and therefore, you just made it. Okay. You can tell that this is an ironwood.
That is thematic.
Yes,
That is
indeed.
actually what I guessed in my head.
Yes, it is. It is an ironwood shaft with gray fletchings. You know that ironwoods grow in the northern reaches of Megaleo, around the border of Swira and Exitio, and kind of more into Exitio. Truth be told, head northeast, a little bit, and you'll be able to start finding them shooting up. they prefer the cold climate.
If I look
That is-
around, are there some around here that are moving in?
No.
Okay.
As you stand around kind of puzzling out these arrows,
Where the hell's Brightleaf?
go ahead and roll perception again.
Fiddlesticks.
Oh boy.
Or I guess investigation. Sorry, not perception, do investigation.
Too late.
Yep.
Does it help if it's actually +1 if I did investigation? So
It
So
would
that's
mean
still
it's
a 19.
It would mean it's a 19, which...
mine's a 23. No, +1 on top.
Oh,
So
plus
Oh.
23. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's even
So
better.
23.
Yeah, so
16.
Caimen, actually looking at the scene, and then Ren, you actually won't see it. Caimen, you will be the one who will see tracks, narrow feet, and very, very far between. And they don't even seem to go super deeply into the snow.
I got one guess as to whose tracks these are.
And you see them kind of head off in the same angle that you're going. But as you glance, it appears that the arrows, where they are in the trees, follow the path of the leaping footsteps.
Which is also the path that we were following to get through.
Clever. All right. Well, we're gonna use all of that together: tracks, arrows, and follow them.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Leading-
Wait a minute.
Trail.
Is this one of Brightleaf's arrows?
You don't particularly recall what colored fletchings Brightleaf used.
Would I?
should. She shot me.
No,
in the
hold on.
fucking
Would Ren know? Because Ren was talking to her before, and I don't doubt
Anyone
she's like,
can roll history to
have
see if
your
they
arrow
recall
hidden.
what she
I
does with her
was
fletchings.
shot in the fucking shoulder. I think.
Go.
And based on your history roll and a DC that is unique to each person, see if you...
15.
I would say... Leon, you've been paying attention. In the chats you've had with her, you would have noticed and remembered that 22. Ren, you don't know her that well. You're probably hanging out with her a little bit, but I don't know how much of it is something that you would pay attention to. So with a 14, I would say you probably didn't notice it. Noticed a lot of other things about her, but that's one of the things that maybe just kind of went under your notice. Caimen, you pay pretty close attention to her and talk to her a lot. So,
And I got shot by her.
And you have been shot by one of her arrows, so I will say that you remember. So Caimen and Leon. Braun, you can also roll to a history check to see if you remember, if you care to try and remember. But Caimen and Leon, you will recall that Brightleaf's fletchings are green.
We're picking up the pace right now.
So who's leading this? You're trying to follow tracks. So this is a survival check to follow tracks. And they are difficult to follow because this is a fast-moving, difficult-to-track person.
Is Ollie able to take the help action on this?
I was gonna say I'm giving whoever wants it the help action because I have proficiency in survival.
Okay, well, 15.
Get down here.
On the horse, Drone's gonna be like,
So,
"Hey,
Cleek,
yo, where are we going?"
As you kind of flap up above, Caimen, roll your own independent survival check, also with advantage because Ren is assisting you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna guidance myself. Wait, does Ren have survival? Why don't you do it?
I
For
have
this,
a +4.
for the case of this, I'm probably
I'm
actually
gonna
staying
guidance-
low.
I'm gonna guidance Ren.
Like, I'm not flying above. I might fly from tree to tree as I see another arrow, but I'm staying low to the ground below the
Got it.
the trees.
All right. So
Now, yep, 17.
Okay, so we have
Ren.
a 17 and a 15. Got it. So with that, Ren, you will take the lead following the trail. Oddly enough, you are able to follow it just barely, like just barely. In fact, the only thing that helps is when you find some droplets of blood near one of the footsteps that
Oh.
kind of paint the snow a little red and pink. And already the light snow has started to cover it up. So you don't see it at first, but it's the first drop that you see. And heading on farther, Cleek, as you get up above and kind of swoop along the treetops, you have a moment where you're kind of following the path of the arrows. First you see them over there and you kind of flap over to it, take a few more steps. You can tell by the angle of the shots that they were coming from both sides. They were to the left of the path and the right to the path. So following the arrows is something of a zigzagging pattern as you move from right to left and then try and find Brightleaf's scattered footprints in between them as they sketch a trail that, all things considered, doesn't actually head along that straight red line. So let me draw you the actual path that you end up having to take in order to follow the path that Brightleaf ran.
How did she get in so much trouble so quickly?
The most dangerous game.
Duran still doesn't know what is going on, so he repeats himself. He's like, where are we going?
So the
Brightleaf's
orange
in
path,
danger. Is all Ren will say while following the blood trail.
the orange
Huh?
path, which eventually leads closer and closer to the pass as it loops back around. And as you reach a little bit farther on, you find... I'm going to need another tracking check for... Oh, sorry, no, not yet. Cleek, you're going to see one flaming arrow streak up from amongst the trees in the distance. And it's going to be a little bit over a hill rise, too. You do not see the source. You just see, kind of above a low foothill, a flaming arrow go up. And then another one. And the first one goes out as it starts to fall. The second one goes out as it starts to fall.
I'm yelling for the party and I'm streaking towards it.
Ren is also moving as fast as he can in extended mode, following the track.
All right, I'm going to have another survival check from both of you. If you outpace the people trying to help you, they will be unable to help you.
I can't run that fast. You're
Yes,
going to need
unfortunately,
to... Yeah,
I'm also going to need everyone to do a survival check with advantage for their winter gear, because you have been out here tracking in the cold for a while now. So
Guidance.
I will roll for Humphrey.
That's a 4. That's a 19.
Another nat 20. My dog stays warm as well.
23 total.
Damn, even if I had disadvantage, let's go. Oh, that was
right.
okay. I don't know why I rolled stealth.
Now, did
Doesn't
Ren
matter.
completely...
DC is 13, so I think
Ren
everyone
is
passes.
moving at 40 feet per second.
You are outpacing me.
I have a 50-foot flying speed as I'm going towards the arrows.
Humphrey is doing well right now. You guys helped him out a lot. So.
I feel like Ren's not even following the trail anymore. He's just following the general direction he's going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just going towards the flaming arrows.
Yeah, if Cleek shouts out and points out the arrows, so the whole party will have a view of them, but unfortunately, when the rest of the party is looking up, they're already, partway through the air. You also cannot see the source, and you are on the other side of however many foothills to get there. So Cleek, as you are just rocketing through the air towards it, you are going to make better time than anyone else who has to travel overland and doesn't necessarily know, even dashing, where the exact place to go is, and still has to contend with what is in some cases and in some places difficult terrain. So Cleek, as you get closer,
For the love of...
what was your tracking? Did you roll your tracking?
I rolled and I got an 11.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to find the source at first, and then let's see. Bunny, did you roll your check? Can you roll a check
6.
to track as well? Okay, a 6. So
I-
guiding the group over the hills, dashing. They're all trying to follow you. Everyone's blood is up. Everyone's keeping warm and keeping pace, barely, with the two of you as you rush forward. But as you crest the foothill, you can't find the source of the arrows that were launched. And it's going to take a moment to try and find the trail again. So I'm going to actually have to ask you both to roll a survival check again for tracking to see if you can find the place.
Grief, you morons need to slow down.
God damn, we keep lowering so bad, Cleve.
I wonder why. Are we catching up at all to these two?
You are.
I feel like we're slowing down as we struggle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As they slow down and struggle, panicked, floating in the sky, flapping. Where is she? And Ren kind of stomping through the snow, puppy under one arm, and kind of like moving snowdrifts out of the way with one huge mitt in the other. He's you guys slowly catch up, and
both of you
having
stop.
trouble.
Both of you, just stop. You are not making this easier. Slow down. All right? You cannot panic and bolt like that. Now, let's find these tracks and figure out what the hell's going on, and let's do it quickly. But do not outpace everybody. We can't help you if you're too far ahead of us. Now, Cleek. I'm going to smack Cleek, give him some guidance if he comes down.
He will be coming down
to hear that.
All right.
Discuss.
He will come down, get some guidance and some help searching for tracks. Let's go. Stick with us.
Is that another survival check?
It will be, yes.
With the help action.
And guidance.
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to have advantage because of all the help. I mean, I know I don't do like a double advantage and stacking advantage and all that stuff, but I'm just going to say when it gets to a certain point, I might just give you advantage, even if it's like you have one dis and 5 advantages. It's like, screw it, I'll just give it to you. Technically, that's not in the rules, but I'm not stacking it. It feels fine. Whatever. But yeah, Astro, give me an advantage survival with guidance in order to try and find this here trail again.
Come on. 2 +6s and a +1d4. All right, that's 1.
1d20.
That's way better.
Watch it be a 4. Yep.
Hey, there we go.
With a dirty 20, Cleek, you kind of swoop up again and do a couple passes. Ollie kind of takes flight off of you and does passes in like opposing semi-concentric circles and kind of goes up and comes back down, and eventually you feel like you see a spot where the snow has been disturbed, and your heart sinks a little as you see a splash of red, again somewhat obscured by the snowfall, which is unfortunately coming down a little bit heavier, thus making it even more difficult to track tracks. But Cleek, you feel like you maybe have found the spot. In fact, you're sure of it.
Okay. Do I see anything around that is an obvious giveaway as to where the people
Roll an
went?
investigation check. And since you are currently alone, it will be more difficult at night in the dark.
I will also be calling people over.
Absolutely. Group,
All
you
right.
can hear Cleek has found, he's calling to you, and
So is it
I'll
disadvantage?
I'll head my way over if Cleek doesn't do it right off.
Yeah, if you wait for them, you'll be better off.
I'll wait. Because I know
You're
I will
also
be.
beginning help action.
Yeah, I can see though, so that's the difference.
2d20 plus...
Wait.
Who's good at
Wait.
investigation is really the question here, because you're
Caimen
investigating...
Ren has a +4 to investigation.
Caimen has
I
a
only have
+5.
+2.
Yeah,
let me
has a
give you
plus-
let me
Caimen
give
has
you
a
some
+5.
obvious
and
things
it's
that
in
you'll
the
see out the gate here. You're going to see kind of like you're going to see a splash of blood and a few arrows thudded into a tree and several in the ground nearby. As you come to the area, you'll see that there are droplets and smaller splashes in other areas as well. It appears that there was some form of sword fight here based on the arcs of blood. I'm giving you a little bit more than I should, so go ahead and pick your investigator and and I guess
I
guidance,
choose-
since
I
you're
choose
squad
pirate.
now.
Yeah, I'm giving help action to Caimen.
Okay.
Pirate, go.
Guidance.
18 plus 2, 20, dirty 20.
20.
Nice. So the dirty 20, Caimen, you can tell all of this right off the bat. You can tell that it's likely that whoever was pursuing Brightleaf, whoever was attacking her, shooting arrows at her, had pursued her to this point. You kind of reach, where the snow has been heavily disturbed, maybe like 20 feet away from where the large splash of blood is now, currently being covered up by snow. And you can tell from some of the way that the feet fell here that this is where maybe someone had erupted from the snow and attacked her, because there is a longbow cast to the side and cloven in two.
Is it of design I recognize?
Oh, absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken.
Once Cleek sees it, he'll know that it's the one that he made. You'll see a shield that's been splintered and is kind of like collecting snow with the backside facing up. It's kind of like halfway into a snowdrift. You'll see an empty quiver and some regular arrows that have spilled out unfired with green fletchings.
Damn.
I'm grabbing all of it.
Where are the tracks?
The tracks, they
There have to
head.
be tracks.
They head. I will draw where they head. In purple. They head this way.
Of
Just
course.
the general northwesterly direction. So
Yep, we're gonna try to catch up as quick as we can. I think that's the best thing we can do is move.
Actually, how big is the damage on the bow?
it appears to have been like split long ways. Like someone took a sword to the knock ends at the top and cut down to the knock ends at the bottom. It is longer than a 1 foot cut. This
God
is not
damn it.
something that can be repaired.
Yeah, no.
It was done on purpose. You can very much tell from looking at it that someone
Wait.
took the bow and cut it to destroy it on purpose.
Oh, now I'm just pissed.
It is
Yeah,
very
we're gonna-
much
Oh,
that someone
I am
said, "Hey, I'm not going
pissed.
to let you use this," and cut it and did not let. Yep.
We're gonna keep moving.
Oh,
We keep on schmoving.
Let me
I
just go ahead and
made
delete
that
the person
bow.
who no longer is part of the party.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I
We-
crafted
we-
that thing with my
we
bare
followed
fucking
right
hands.
We did follow out like almost right behind her. They can't be that far.
Boots of speed plus wood elf plus mobile feet.
Yeah, she can move that fast. I doubt they can.
As you reach the foot of the path, go ahead and everyone roll a perception check.
Guidance. I'm gonna
Help
make-
action from Ollie.
I am
Plus-
abusing
oh my god, 11.
22.
15.
Y'all's is rolling. Weird that some of y'all are rolling with advantage and some of y'all are rolling without disadvantage.
I mean, some people have dark vision, and I mean, I don't know. I'm generally looking at the lower rolls, but when it's really high, anyways, like with Leon's, I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Leon's pretty good.
Leon sees some shit. Okay, so Caimen with a high roll, Leon with a high roll, Drone with it looks like a lower roll because of disadvantage. So yes,
Damn.
yeah, Leon and Caimen, you will both. You'll hear what, oddly enough, sounds like singing.
If I have to have another run-in with a harpy...
Fuck. You don't hear it, but we do. Oh, fuck.
It kind of flits by on the edges of hearing and perception. And after a few minutes, it's gone.
What's wrong, Captain?
Harpies, I think. Great. Any tracks?
You gotta be fucking... Harpies wouldn't do this. No.
No, this is something else.
That
No,
bow
I'm
was
saying-
purposefully destroyed. Harpy would take it as treasure.
I know. I'm saying I can hear singing.
I'll give it to you from this. It was clear that whoever cut it knew how to disable it in a way that would cripple it to be irreparable, pretty much. And it was done with a very sharp implement. So you can ascertain that it was not some low-quality hack job that probably could have been mended.
But there are harpies in the area now. We know that.
You recognize the song. Like, you recognize even the voice a little bit.
Oh, fuck. No.
Oh,
wait,
it is Harpy
yes.
Revenge. What?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's keep going. Or are we, is Drone dying here?
I'm alright.
All right. We're going to keep moving.
Keep on moving.
We know roughly where the tracks went. They crossed over.
Yeah, so at this point, first, we're towards the end of the session, so I don't know if anyone is falling asleep or having to drop out for time constraints.
Fine.
Leon.
At the same time, I don't want to go too much farther forward if people are falling asleep or dropping out because, I don't know, maybe important stuff might happen soon. And at the same time, you are going into the more difficult part of this trek. So, you know, it was night when you started your walk. It's been now a few hours that you've been tracking and trudging through the snow. You've made it now to the foot of the pass. It's getting to about morning. You know, the first rays of dawn are chasing the clouds over the horizon, and these are starting to come up in maybe an hour or so. Probably should have had a shadow appear at some point, but we'll just assume that it got run over by the train this time.
Oh, wait. That still happens now? I thought that wasn't a thing anymore. I thought you told me that nothing would happen anymore. Distum, what the fuck? Why am I
have been very judicious with my words, and at no point did I say that would not happen.
You said the curse is no longer applied. That's part of the curse.
Ooh, I said part of the curse no longer applies.
Oh, you fuck, Distum. You bastard.
Well,
I'll get you for this chillers, Distum.
You are absolutely missing some finer, more nuanced points, and that is okay because exploring those together is going to be great fun.
Exactly.
But
it's probably not chillers, Distum's shadows that are coming after me.
Ooh, it's the inspiration, but that's pretty easy.
It's definitely Shar going, give me the fucking ring or I'll kill you. This is all I can do, though. How come the shadows don't work on him? Fuck you, that's why.
And my guy's not doing nothing. Now I got two guys, they not doing nothing.
The shadows won't kill him. Braun won't kill him. What the fuck do I gotta do to get some
That's not off the table yet, I'm just saying, bro.
It seems
You've
like
been lucky so far, man.
It seems like it's off the table. It really seems like it's off the table. We're just throwing that off the table. That's no longer a concern.
Yeah, no, okay, you keep thinking that, yeah, of course.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
If you guys are able to... Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's... All right, Bunny has just hopped out.
Poof.
All right, so Bunny... Oh, wait, no, someone else is
Pancake.
left. No, that makes sense. Pancake is left. So anyways, Bunny, that makes sense. You got work. Have a great night. Thank you for playing. We'll probably just... we'll wrap up now and stop with you guys at the foot of the pass. And I will end the recording there. Thank you, everyone who chose to listen in tonight to our ridiculousness, because, you know, that's how we do. Hope you listen to the next one, too, because Brightleaf's missing now, and that's scary and such for people who care about our taciturn, quiet.
Some of us,
No,
some of us,
not Bright
of us-
Tree.
some of
Not
us